Hello, hello. How we going, everybody? Hey, Kianon. Good morning. How you going? It's a little bit and it's a bit late to say hello like that. Good morning, day or evening, whatever the time it is. My name is Conan Long as always, and I hope you're having a wonderful day today. It is a fantastically rainy Sunday. Well, it was sunny over the day, but now it's just ugly, as it always likes to be. But yeah, how are you people doing before we start in anything? Hope you're all doing well after all. That's all what we care about first and foremost. To be honest, the most stupid part about the Chromebook is that it has only 32 gigabytes. I've had it for about 7 years. Oh man, 32 gigs is actually quite more than enough. Right now, the laptop that I'm streaming from has only 16 gigabytes. It does fine. It's just better managed now. But Chromebooks are Chromebooks, that's the problem. In that sense, boy howdy do I have a surprise for you. Friday, awake for 21 hours, Saturday 20 hours. Oh my god. At least you got rid of your title, did you? You'll get back to it. Hey, no numbing right now. We just barely started. You have nothing to numb yet. Yes, mom. Lost one battle out of three. Yeah, it's better than... Hey, you are still winning battles. That's all that matters, right? Hold on, let me just switch the music a little bit more schleiant, because it seems like it's a little bit overwhelming. There we go, much better. In any event, it's cam time. Hey everybody, how we going? Man. Mom, you dyslexic? Possibly. What? You gotta do something about it? You gotta make me read? Been sleeping most of the day? Wonderful to hear. At least you got to sleep in the house. Those are the best sleeps. Oh, they are. But I think I have something even better to show y'all. That even better is really much better. Because if you have been there on Monday... Oh, hold on. I gotta... the quality grub on the table is a little bit too qualitative. I have a lot of parts today that I printed on Monday. On Monday, of all things. So, yes, hand is back. It is hand cam time. So, we have this, and this, and that, and this tiny part, and also this tiny part, and here's the rest of it, by the way. And also here's a stick. We will need this stick. What the what is this, what is thing doing on screen, huh? Yeah, we're having a lot of parts today to work on. What is thing doing on screen? What thing? That's just it. That's it. That's all of it. Because we are making the magnum opus. The new bunker for the stream. Yes, this will be used for the stream, by the way. Not just, just, oh, I'm building it once and never again. Adam's family dummy. Kinda. Oh man, it took me a while to notice that. I'm sorry about that. I have not seen Adam's family in forever again. But, now, here is the best part about it. Let me just show you what's the best part about it all. It's this. It's this little part. And you know what? This part is gonna make the Whackers Bunkers the best that there is. Is that what I think it is? Possibly. Now, listen to this. I'm gonna get close to the camera with this thing. Yes, it'll be a squeaky hammer. I'll make it squeak. Yeah, this is the plan. We are going to build it so that we have at least one of these things in there that fit in here, and then every time you bonk... Now watch this people, okay? It'll actually do a squeaky. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be super earth qualitative squeaky hammer. This is the main gist of it. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be awesome. And I've been waiting the entire goddamn week to make this. In fact, we couldn't even start this way because we need high quality stick. Because stick will hold everything together. Imagine that be the death sound every time you kill an enemy. Oh, they might even hear it. But we will need to stick everything together first. And for that, I've gotten poison. I mean, glue. A squeaky hammer? That'll hurt like hell when hit? Hell yeah. Yes. I was thinking of actually just giving it like a dampener on the front, but all in good time. But first, we need to put everything together. So, we will go with the butt part and go from there. We will need epoxy glue. 2-component epoxy glue. So we will have like the strongest bond that there is. I have everything already prepared. Everything is right here. So yeah, this is what I've been teasing the entire goddamn week. We're making a new save hammer. So we can actually use this one for its proper use. Not just for bonking stuff. And not, you know, breaking the table because it's starting to actually show cracks. And of course, whilst everything dries, I still have something. If you remember last Sunday, we modeled something. Here they are, primed and ready for the painting. They look great, don't they? Actually really happy how they turned out. Of course, you're gonna see the layer lines. I usually sand things, but I think for the crafting stream, it's fine when I just show how it all goes. Also, badges, yes. Just everything. So, we have a fantastically large choice of things here today. And, of course, not to forget, we still have the stickers on sale on Etsy. Just type Etsy and it will show you the link. Yes, I set that up too. Because I'm kind of tired of just, you know, hanging it up the entire time and pinning it down. I'm sure you got annoyed by it too. So yeah, let's mix ourselves some epoxy glue. And of course, Kia, because I know that you're a painter, I made sure that I have some safety with me. I got breathing. I can breathe, don't worry. It's epoxy glue. It's dangerous. So, I will just upfront say for everybody that's watching the stream, I am not a professional, I am just a moron with a dream. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. So don't do what I do, unless you actually know what you do. Can I sniff? No! That's my sniffy. Ah, goodness, I need to get rid of the headphones for a little bit, so I can actually put it on. Filter mask will do nothing against epoxy glue. It's the thought that counts, okay? It's literally just the thought that counts. In this sense. But yeah, I have nothing else, but it'll do. It'll do for starters. But let me just rearrange it a little bit. But in any event, how is everybody's day going? Before I really start making a mess out of everything. So, I will just need to clean up a little bit so I can make, you know, an actual decent stuff. There we go. I hope everybody's day is going well. Oh my god. He could piss on a washcloth and wear it on his face. That's how the soldiers in World War I counted mustard gas. Oh my god. You always love to just go and jump to the extreme, love, do you? So then, let's just mix them up. There we go, and then we can also just close it up immediately because epoxy glue is hellishly expensive actually. I ordered a new City of Ash expansion for AOS. So me happy. Oh, I'm fantastic, and that's awesome to hear as well. That you got yourself a new expansion too. Give it a good stir. And now we will apply some in here. It's like honey. Goodness. Just gotta put it here. No, don't sniff it. That thing dangerous. Oh. Oh, nobody could hear? Can you put it on my head? Okay, thank you. Thank you, love. Very kind of you. So, we just put that in here, and then we just need to let it dry for at least 5 minutes. And then it's already much better. Is it better now? Apply directly to the forehead? Yes, yeah. I should have actually gotten with the shitty customer service mic this time around. Eating dinner, watching Adventure Time. Oh, hell yeah, enjoy Adventure Time. I heard it's freaking fantastic. That much I heard, at least. So then, we have the second part. I'm just gonna need to quickly get a reference for the hammer as well, because I keep forgetting what the hammer looks like. This is the CQC2 Helldivers. So that I have a quick reference to that too. No, that's not it. Hammer. There we go. How are you all? Cause I just had a WCT Impulse Act this morning. Oh, Act in Impulse this morning. Oh, hey Feder, how you going? Oh, we're doing fantastic. We're building the breaching hammer now. I just need a reference so that I would fuck up the parts. Because if I'm already building a proper hammer, I might as well just build a proper freaking hammer, now do I? So that means that these two... where's the other part? Great. Barely started, lost already one part. No, there it is. I'm just dumb. Just goes together like this. I can just do it like that. Keep it stirring. So that I don't lose its integrity immediately. And I'm using epoxy glue because gluing things together with just super glue in that sense, especially wood on plastic, I do not trust that kind of bond. So I want something that is solid in that sense. As well as, why the hell not? We want something actually that holds. No. Neither. Yes, there we go. But yeah, doing fantastic right now, just building one part after another to be able to actually just finish the hammer already. At least when I pre-build it. Oh, god dang it. Clumsy me. Because I've never worked with epoxy yet, so there's that. Is all good? Milton just came out, I don't know why. Guess she was just a bit worried. Just gonna line this up with a little bit of glue. There we go. Just one part after another. I don't care if it drips down, that's fine. Important is that it holds. When we're, you know, assembling all of the parts together. So let's just pull all of this in. And then just squeeze it. Goodness gracious, this is already quite nerve-wracking, admittedly. But yeah, this is already a great start for it, but I maybe have overdone it with the glue. It's fine. We can scrape it off a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. Ah, look at this. First part of the handle. And that's just the start. To think that this is going to be the start of actually making a 1-to-1 scale breaching hammer from Helldivers. Awesome. I can't wait, actually. But this will need time. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so funny. Especially with the squeaky parts. I'm actually looking forward to the squeaky parts. Let me just put it like this first so it doesn't lose too much integrity. Cut off a part of here. Do you have anyone use gloves? Well, I will now that you mention it. Look at this. Nice. Can you just put it here then, just in case? Thank you, doll. Safety first, yes, safety first. We care about our safety, 20% of the time. That's why I already immediately said, I am no professional, I am just an idiot with a dream. If I was a professional, I think I would have managed everything a lot better than that. Safety first. Safety first all the time. So yeah. Now excuse me as my fingies are getting hidden. Like Icarus' bare hands as well. What was that? Bruh. Hold on, I gotta set up Nightbot. That was rude. Nightbot, what the fuck? Chat moderation. No, 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 and no. Now shut the fuck up, chatbot. Sorry about that, Kia. Nightbot's very new in that. They are the assistant Scrungle. They don't know what they need to do. Yeah, please repeat your message. It's fine. Nightbot just doesn't like capitalized shit. That much I know from other streamers too. Like its default settings are literally, hey, no capital letters. Already gotta mix in more bigger batch already, eh? Goodness gracious. So then, let me just do that real quick. There we go. Pull a little bit back. Put on the cap. And break my mama's back. There you go. Give it a good stir. Wonderful. Absolutely, yeah. This is my stream first, not yours, Nightbot. Just all of that here. Yeah, smear that stuff. Then over here a little bit, and over yonder here a bit. Wonderful. Now, as I said, I'm no professional. This is the first time for me working with epoxy and with 2-compartment epoxy. So, please don't learn anything from me. There we go. So we have the whole hammerhead already. Wonderful. Oh my god. Yep, hold on. This needs some weight on it. But this is how it'll look like. Awesome. Oh, we will learn a ton over the time. I also bought new brushes as well, just in case. So I'm just gonna put that over yonder. Put the hammer on the hammerhead. So it can evenly dry out and squeeze all the baddies out. Wonderful. We are already up to a fantastic start. We have a lot of that glue left though. So I will just go ahead and apply that to more of our actual stave, of our actual stuff. Ah, somebody figured out that we have a new save emote, eh? Gladly will. Just give me a moment. Here it is. For a little bit longer, our old hammer. There you go. Our glorious little hammer. It will do a lot of work. That dent, yes. It actually reached through the table. Thus, I've decided I need something better than that. So there's that. It all has good reason to why. Let me just check. What's the next part necessary for this little thing? Is it E? Yeah, looks like E. This is the next part. I had to add a little bit of wood filler there. So it is perfect that we actually added some wood filler here too, because it looked a little bit weird there. So, perfect opportunity. We get to sand a little bit here, so to make it easier. And also prettier. I'm just gonna move that over there. Mix it a little bit through so it doesn't dry yet fully. Oh, it's trying to. Oh, it's globbing up. Eee. Weird ass. But yeah, we are trying to make good progress already, because epoxy glue is, especially the 2-compartment one, it dries very quickly. And I do not want to waste too much of it, because it is 15 bucks a pop, and that's the only tube I have. It's fine though. We'll manage. I'm certain that we will manage actually. Because of its quick property to actually glue stuff together, we can actually just do it much easier. Also, don't do it this way, do it rather this way. If you actually are doing stuff like that, please don't go towards yourself, go against yourself, so that you do not cut yourself. It's very important that you don't do it that way. It's a bit better now. So we will actually fill up the stick. There you go. Then we will go over that. This is already gluing up like wild. This still has some sticking power, I believe in it. It'll help just a bit, at least. Still being in bed just because reasons. It's fine, stay in bed, that's all good, brother. If you need to stay in bed a little bit longer, that's all the better. Just relax for a little bit. Let Kona handle all of the dumb garbage that he does. Yes! Aye, Mr. Safety Instructor. Hello, hey SMC, how you going? Hope you're doing well. We already have multiple parts of the hammer assembled. 2-part epoxy glue, because it needs the good strength, not just the mediocre strength. And a good, proper, Super Earth certified safety stick. Actually, hold on. We need to make this a Super Earth certified safety stick. So, where is it? Aha. Super Earth certified safety stick. There we go. It's not tired or sick reasons. Oh man. Anyways, people, I will show you. It is the SESSS Super Earth certified. Wait, I spelled that wrong. Ah, good enough. Perfect example of Super Earth's finest, by the way. I didn't think this is going to be that long. That thing is like nearly a meter in itself. The stick itself, I had to cut down to 870 millimeters, because otherwise it would not fit. That's the thing about it. But it'll be fine. So in that sense, every single part that we add is a part added to a massive project. Ooh. This is starting to stick real hard. Oh wow. Y'all, look how gummy this got. It's like super solid already. I'm actually glad that I made the choice with that. Look at this. This is actually pretty damn good. This is the glue that I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted, by the way. It is super gummy and it holds wildly. Oh wow, I can just peel it off like that? Hey, Kianon. Ooh, shit, that thing's hot. Add? Oh, god damn it. I don't have... My fingers are full of hot, sticky stuff now. I cannot touch anything. New gloves now. Yep. Alright, boss. New gloves now. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I did not think it was gonna get hot. Holy shit. I am learning something today. Like, glue gets hot. But yeah, goddamn. That's a lesson learned. Oh, this is gonna hold wildly bad and wildly good then after. I'm actually looking forward to it. Oh my god, hold on. My hands are already a bit sticky. Oh, goodness. I can't put on gloves right now. Hold on. I need to... Hold on. Here, squeaky. Epoxy gets hot and give chemical burns if left on for too long. That's why you were insistent on it, huh? Well, I should have just asked you before I did any of that. But then again, I did disclaim that I was not a professional. Please tell me you didn't touch any? I put on gloves before I actually ever touched any. So I am safe, don't worry about it. If it starts getting hot, you'll hear me screaming. And you're not hearing me screaming right now. But goodness gracious, this is new territory for me. I'm a little bit like, ooh, 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 hot. But yeah, lesson learned. 0 days since last incident. Welcome to the stream, person. Welcome to the stream, SMC. Where we do shit and learn the hard way. Let's add a counter for Sundays. Yeah. How many Sundays has it been since the last incident, huh? Oh my god. These gloves are sticky. Sticky gloves, sticky. But yeah, I like the idea. X amount since last incident. I cannot get onto my gloves. Because I'm already sweating so much in them. We need a day since last incident sign. We do. We actually do now. Oh my god. Let me just get this. I broke the gloves. It just popped! God damn it. I'm trying. I'm really trying to be more of a presentable person in that sense. It's not working right now. Right, I have mask on. Well done, Con. Thank you, thank you. At least somebody believes in me. But goodness gracious. Well, that's why I said I am no professional. Please, please, please don't do that unless you actually know what you're doing. Because I have obviously no idea what I'm doing. What was that? Because I have obviously no idea what I was doing. Does it count for the second incident? Nah, it don't. Oh, already? Oh, you want a genuine incident counter now, huh? But yeah, epoxy glue. Fun stuff. Believe in you. You have high hopes, huh? Either I have high hopes or I'm high on hopes. It's gonna be one of the two. Now, let me just try putting on these sets of gloves. I believe that I will somehow manage to put these gloves on today. Are you dry yet? No. I am a moist boy. Can't make me dry like that. I am a very, very sweaty boy. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Just fine enough. Just fine enough. Ayo, what? What? Aren't we all just made out of water in the first place? So there's that. I should get rid of that now, because this is no bueno. Yeah, there you go. That'll do. There we go. And that's the trash gone with. Now we can continue. Holy shit. I am making perfect examples on what to do when you're trying to craft with chemicals. Step 1, don't be me. Step 2, don't be me. Leftover epoxy goes into metal container, no fires here. Well, good to know. Good to actually know. We'll have maybe to have a can of water left in there, in that sense. But I have no other chance but to actually, you know, learn that now. Let's add some more into that bowly bowl. And then up. I have worked with epoxy at one point when I was with my dad. But the problem is, he never told me what not to do with it. I love my dad. We go with the next part, finally. Because that shit's already seeming to stick ridiculously well together. So, let me just make some space here. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Nilton. Absolute angel. Now let's mix it. No wonder this thing sticks like wild. It's melting things. Consistency of honey and yet extremely voracious. Awesome shit. No wonder it costs 15 euros. If anybody is gonna start fires, it'll be the California wildfire himself. Herself, yeah. You sure are one hell of a fire, love. But if it's about chemical fires, please call me. I have no idea, and it still happens. And here we have the next part. Coming in right here. Giving it a nice twisty. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Nice and sticky. You want to see that again? Oh. It's nice and suggestive, huh? There we go. Wonderful. That's another part on. Then slide that thing. Oh yeah. You know that I'm gonna slide that thing right on there, brother. Oh boy, yeah. Oh, trust me. There's another one coming right now. There's another part coming. So then, let's just get some of that nice sticky stuff on there that we call epoxy. Nice and thick, mate. Just slide that on. There we go, wonderful. Just give me one moment. Sometimes I wonder how I got here where I am. I don't know how I got here either, but hell, glad to have you around one way or another. Now, here we go. This is the part now. This is the part. Now we're gonna put the tip on and then just go nice over it. Give it a nice little twisty. And then just go up and down. That will nicely share everything everywhere. Phrasing? What do you mean phrasing? That's just process. That's how it do. That's how it all go. What do you mean phrasing? Oh, that stick is already quite heavy, honestly. That's why I said, that's why in my Twitch description it says, regardless of how you got here, I'm glad you're here and you're doing well. And I'm really hoping that y'all's doing well. Because after today, it might be very funny. Yay! Sometimes it feels like a freeze frame of us in the middle of a scenario and we're in the narrative of how we got here. Yep, that's me. You wonder how we got here in this situation? Well, it started all in the summer of 2020. I cannot wait for that. Now, let's check on the hammerhead, actually, in the meantime. Ooh. This is already solid. This is already solid on there. See? Hamner. We got Hamner here. Which means we can just go ahead and do this now. Oh yes. What is more suggestive than that? Spreading my goo all over. Reminder that I am not a professional. Hamner. Hamner indeed. Hey, Cabbage, how you going? Hope you're doing well. It's been a little while since I saw you. I hope you're really doing well, though. I mean, look at this. Now, did I put it on the correct way or the wrong way? One way to find out. Ah. I put the parts on the wrong way. Hold on, can I still move that? I can. Wonderful, as if nothing ever happened. Now, watch this. Yeah, I've been either busy or asleep. Oh, that sounds like life alright. But look at this. Helldiver hammer. Hamner. Yeah, it's really fantastic to see you being here again. It's been like forever ago, man. But yeah, I'm hoping that you're doing well. That's all that I hope for. But yeah, the hammer is getting there. Just all well and good. Yes, an actual hammer. With a soon-to-be explosive cap. Well, close to. Because goodness gracious, if that stuff doesn't glue that together, then I don't know what will. Let me just slather the last of it on the on that. Whatever I have left of what I squeezed out before. And then we already have the hammer at least built together. At least I'm also learning how to actually properly handle epoxy glue. I should have maybe researched that, but oops, guess who did not. There we go. And now, people, I need you to promise me not to, you know, say anything nasty about what I'm about to do here. I'm just gonna keep it short. Do I have your word that you're not gonna talk shit about this process right now? Just a quick yes is gonna be fine. Because guess what we're gonna do? Guess what we're about to do? I can never go and promise on anything. Let me just oh. Insert Marvin Gaye music. I can't. Copyright strike? Nuh-uh. Is it in yet? Oh, you nasty bugger, you. But yeah. Train into tunnel meme. I swear, you guys tend to be funnier than I ever will be. Seriously. I told you to be assertive, not insertive, funny boy. Well, it's a little bit too late. But you know what? I have a hammer. I have a hammer. What are you gonna do about it, big lot? I was hoping for it to be a tight fit because otherwise, oh my god, I don't think anybody of us is gonna have fun. Now we can leave it on the side for a little bit and it'll dry and it'll be fantastic. So, in that sense, that was it. Kona's first time using 2-component epoxy glue that could have actually burned him to a crisp. Who would have known? I sure didn't because I didn't do my research well enough. Oh wow, I'm really sweaty already. There we go. Right, I still have a mask on. Ugh. Oh boy. Actually, I haven't been wearing a mask in a long while. Yeah. Don't worry. He learned something about safety though. I did. I genuinely did. I certainly did. Because honestly, I've never worked with epoxy in the first place, so I'll never would have known in the first place. Anyways, saved it. I cannot wait to boot this thing in. Honestly, okay, can I just be honest about something? It's that hammer funny. I got a set of 10 of these because I initially just wanted to buy like a stuffed toy with a squeaky in it. The problem was the squeaky was much more expensive than just these ones in a set. And also, they're very funny. I mean, look, listen to this. They were $5 on Amazon. $5 for a set of 10. And you can annoy the living shit out of everybody. Hydration? Oh yeah, we got that spicy water. My cat approves it? Yes. Man, I'm gonna have... If I ever make a Discord, and I'm thinking more and more about it, I'll be honest. If I ever make a Discord, I'm fucking hoping that I'm making a pet section in there. Oh, spicy water. I like it. Sorry, my bad. That one just came out. These fuckers. You might remember them. We made them last time. On last stream. We modeled that shit. And I just primed it with gray as well. Mahlzeit. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. We made this last week on Sunday. I printed them this week as well. And they turned out pretty away. The only thing that I have is, look at how ugly the back is. I don't know how it got here. I don't know why it did this. But that's the way it is. So, that's what I'm going to work with. In fact, I just need to, paint them over a little bit and call it a day. So, problem is, I still don't have gray. That's the poopy part. I still have a ton of white. There it is. I also bought a big set of these fellas. It's a new set of... Got any black? I think I do, but it's in a tiny tube. Remember collecting all the white stuff. Oh man, come on. If I had like... you know what? I have purple. Does purple also work? Does purple also work? It's at least something, right? Now open up, you damn bastard! There you go. So, in that sense... Oh... Don't we just love freaking unpacking new stuff in this channel? Look at this. We got an even tinier one. We got a number 3. Watch reflexes. Yeah, I am. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got a nice number 3, if you can see it nice and well. It's nice and tiny. We got a nice number -3. That's gonna be our workhorse. And we got SpongeBob on a stick. Yes, it's artsy time again. How do I know? I don't. We'll figure it out over time. But this is gonna be the set that we need. Watch the reflections. Also a very good idea. Thank you very much for reminding me. Hey Keeper, how you going? How come you always come in like this? Always just face down on everything. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Because we've just assembled the hammer. I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit longer because I want it to actually be stiff and nice. Don't take that out of context. Please don't take that out of context. You will anyways. Why am I trying? So yeah, we have a lot that needs doing today. And for now, we will do this. Global has numb. Keeper has faceplant. Yep. They sure do. Just gonna use a bit of the purple. Ooh. Ooh. That came out a little bit too big. Oops. But how are you going, Keeper? I hope you're doing well. Because I have new toys. Look at this toy. I might be more excited about it than anybody else is. But yeah. Let's just polish one of these things and then just go with a nice little base coating. Because we have a lot more of that stuff now. We might as well just use all of it. Look at this stuff. You're gonna do that one shot with the hammer, aren't you? Yes, I am. I'm gonna use it as an actual prop for my stream as well. The squeaky hammer. Yes, I will do it. Because why the hell wouldn't I? It's an awesome squeaky hammer that looks like the Breacher from Helldivers. What's not to love about it? It is fan-freaking-tastic, and I will so goddamn do it. And besides, I'm starting to break my table a little bit, so I need something alternative, but also not too boring. So I was like, I'm gonna make this, and I'm gonna show how it's made. Also, fun fact, that thing requires springs. Springs are freaking expensive. Can we just talk about that? A single spring, at least where I live, is €2 per freaking spring. Are you shitting me? €2 for a singular spring that doesn't even one hundo fit. So I made an alternative. I'll show y'all soon because I have not made one spring. So I can show you the process of how to make a spring. Of course, be careful with it because you can cut yourself. But yeah, giving it a nice little coating and that's about it. Yes, springs are this expensive. Like a standard metal spring made from steel is €2 to €5 per spring. Insanity. I swear. Whoever decided on those prices is either completely high or completely stupid. But then again, that's the economy. And as a prop maker, sometimes you don't have an alternative, but I have a 3D printer and I am a stingy cunt. Yes, I said the C word. What are you going to do about it? Because I am stingy. I cannot help it because I would like to just have the things that it needs. Let's go with this one now. Then we'll go from here. I feel this as a miniature builder and painter because even magnets are getting more expensive. Yes, you just need to just nickel and dime everywhere and still find somehow the same quality of it. I will show you the springs that I made for the thing. And I will show you how I made them. The wire for that is cheaper than the spring itself. Seriously, a 3-meter wire is €9. I can make an infinite amount of springs out of that. with the spring winder that I found online. It's insane. It's like, what the hell? Who the hell decides these prices? It definitely wasn't us. Then again, prop making is, I guess, not often done in the first place, so I kinda eat shit the entire time. Yeah. It's just insanity. And then you have to just find good paint as well. Yeah, every like more niche hobby has something that's just outrageous. The prices for making those things. I showed you all of the props that I ever made in this household where we live now. I need to sell those things over hundreds of euros to be able to make a good return on it. Because the materials were so freaking expensive, for hell's sake. Thank you for the hydrate, SMC. I highly appreciate it. Just give me one singular moment to actually get on it. Fantastic. Purely to nickel and dime us because we buy expensive plastic. Yeah, you guys buy expensive plastic. I try to make expensive plastic into proper things, quote unquote. Everybody is getting fucked one way or another, and I don't like it. Anyways, cheers. Ah, water, so good. Anything art related is expensive these days because businesses can't capitalize on supply and demand. Because this thing was €3. I've already said that once on stream in a very robot voice and all that shit, obviously. But it is better to have way too much and be able to, you know, fucking slap it close and then have it for later too. That's the thing. This is why I was so hesitant about using epoxy glue. Hell's bells. Because epoxy is freaking 15 to 16 euros per one of these fuckers. Per. This shit insane. But I have to deal with the thing that I have to deal with. And that's the grave that I chose to be lie in. So I'll gladly live with it. Let me just get those brushes on the side first. But yeah, how's our hammer doing? Oh, oh boy. Can y'all tell why I am a prop maker? There's nothing better than holding this in my hand and then do this. Gripping it. It's insanity. It's awesome. Oh my god. The thing is, I will have to prime the entire thing. I will have to sand it and everything. I may do it on stream because honestly, I want to show the entire process of how to make a prop. And I think this is by far the most perfect thing. Also, looked into it. Gotcha. I'm gonna get raided by my own chat again. But yeah, this is the crux that we all work with when we are, you know, more on the quote-unquote autistic side. Because companies want to freaking nickel and dime us. Oh, ad break is starting soon. Thank you for informing us, Seri. Let me just thicken that up nice and well. Wonderful. In the background, you might have heard that our dishwasher is done. Considering as well art programs switching to sub-services, our wallet suffer for the art. That's why I only use open source services now. I have not used a pay-per service in a while. Yes, the Linux guy is gonna say, oh, switch to Linux. Oh, switch to open source. Yes, I will. Because the quality is actually kind of the same. All the videos that I have edited recently also have been made with Kden Live. A free video design, a free program that lets you work on videos. Because Sony Vegas and Adobe does not work on Linux. So, either you just start searching or not. That's the way I had to learn now. Instead of just normal art suffering from doing art, yeah. Especially Adobe. Oh god, I hate Adobe. I have an old copy of Vegas on Steam. I have still like an old key for for it as well. Some videos are just jank as hell. Yeah. Vegas is good. Like, I'll be frank, Sony Vegas is great. I still have Sony Vegas 14, but as I said, it does not work on Linux, so I have to always search for other pastures, and I had to learn Kden Live now, because DaVinci does not want to work on Mint. So I had to learn how to do that. I wanted to use DaVinci initially, but, well, as you can hear right now, that didn't turn out well now, did it? But yeah, open source good, I guess. Just be careful where you download it. OBS recently had a little bit of a fucky-wucky at time. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Add. Yeah, I got add. Don't worry. It's right here. It's added time. Wonderful. Just gonna plop that over here. Mustache. It has a small mustache now. Ad time has a mustache now. I'm the only one that finds that funny. I'm hoping that this thing is going to be solidly solid. My goodness gracious. Just gotta quickly check something. Yes. Everybody is already just outraged. It's like, you should actually use more proper safety gear. Of course I don't have it because that thing pricey. I won't have it. I need to be able to afford it first. There we go. And back to the chat. Come on. Do the thing. There you go. Wonderful. Just gonna do it here then. Ad break is finishing now. Fantastic. Thank you, Saribot. Yeah. So then, we have pre-painted these with acrylic. We are going to store that somewhere else because we do not need it. Now, I told y'all that I still needed like a spring or two. Now, here's the thing. Because in between the thing and the thing, you know, the hammer and the hammer head, I want to make springs so it can always trustfully spring back. Wire. And I also printed this part. As you can see, it makes basically just a spring shape immediately. You just put it in that hole and then you just go woo 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 a few times and then you have a spring. It's pretty cool. Yes, for something as simple as that, it's pretty damn cool. And I still need a spring. A singular spring. Just one. Just gotta untangle that a little bit. And of course I need proper cutters. There we go, wonderful. That's one quick and nice cut. And now because I don't want it to unspindle again, I just gotta, you know, wrap it around itself on both sides. So it'll hold its shape like that. Otherwise I have a wiry mess. So now to the fun part. We put it in the hole like this. Don't get the wrong idea. Hold on. Save the squint. There we go. Also, these corners are sharp as hell. Sharp as all hell. So better to just not touch them. Put them in the hole. Wrap it around. Oh, it came out of the hole. Get in the hole. There you go. Wonderful. It did go in the hole. And then we just go like this. And then we just wrap it around as all hell. There we go. Now we need to just get the ending off there as well. So I'm gonna have to gently tap that. Wonderful. Now we have a spring in its form, but not released. We need to release it. So we take another one, or we just clip this one off. Gotta... Oi! That went flying. Because it has a little bit of tension there. And we just gotta try to get it out of there. Because springs are really damn expensive actually, and I really don't appreciate that they're this expensive. So why not make your own? So I'm making my own. With sharp metal parts, of course. That could cut me. As you can see, I am definitely not a professional. Just gotta twist it a little bit more, and then I can twist it from the top easily. There we go. And there we go. I made the spring. Funny how shit works. Now, look, it's a spring. It's a genuine spring. It's kind of funny. And this is what they charge you, €3 per spring. Just winded metal. That's it. I printed this within a half an hour. This is a lifesaver. You just did the promise that they'll upcharge for it. Funny. That is exactly why I did all of that. Now, those things are still a little bit on the dryer, so I'm just gonna put them on the side. They'll need a while to dry anyways. In the meantime, this part, as you can see, this part is not very pretty. So let's make it prettier. I knew that I was gonna have a lot of work on this one. So there's that. Because it came out really damn ugly, so I have to just, you know, work on it a little bit better. And especially because my printer somehow screwed that up. A printer can screw up, yes, that's always normal. And I am not a guy that prints 3D printed dragons because I'm not a coward. I print proper big stuff and actually try to build it. Yes, I'm calling all of you out. I still hate this 3D printed dragons, by the way. My stance will not change until they are gone. Anyways, just gonna smooth that out a little bit. And then just, you know, work from here. Every single thing, what's wrong with dragons? Don't get me into a rant with that. Do I need to go into the rant with that? I don't have a problem with dragons per se. I have a problem with the 3D printed dragons that they sell everywhere. I'm going to kick your ass for that. For the dragons. I am going to kick your ass for that! Okay, fine. But just as a reminder, I was never talking about actual dragons. I was talking about the 3D printed dragons. Can you confirm? Yeah! Careful, damn it! Stop it! Oh my god! Stop it! God damn it. Hold on. Well, so much for that. It has nothing to do with dragons. You misunderstood and you took the opportunity. So anyways, I'm going back to work. The clip command doesn't work still, I'm sorry. Not on Sundays. Ah, thank you. Just give me one moment, I gotta... sorry. Nilton has an aim of a shotgun. So, yeah. There we go. I just gotta... She got me nice and moist. So, I have to change shirts now. So, give me one moment. Wonderful. Ooh. Ooh, nice and warm. Ah. Okay, there we go. Can we continue now? Fantastic. Okay, let me just clarify on the dragons why I am talking about them. First and foremost, I have no problems with dragons themselves. Absolutely no problem. Okay, you know what? I think you need some more convincing why. Let me present you with the worst thing that has ever graced the freaking planet. Because you teased it now and I am really not a fan of those. Okay, here it is. Those are the dragons that I'm talking about. Those articulated 3D dragons are the bane of my existence. If you want to know why, they are the reason why I had to close up my shop in the first place. Secondly, they are dirt cheap to make and they have been sold all over for so goddamn much money, it's not even funny. Oh, Kona, why don't you just make these dragons? Because I have morals. These dragons are actually gotten from a Patreon. I forgot her name. She's an absolutely fantastic designer. The problem is, when you subscribe to her, you can legally sell anything that you get because she shares the files. Those 3D printed dragons were one of them. Those goblin ass motherfuckers are the reason why the printing scene kind of is dying off. Okay, now here's my rant over. Just to clarify, my hate is not for dragons per se. My hate is specifically for these fuckers. And I will gladly defend that because it has not only hurt me, it has hurt everybody that is actually trying to design something by themselves and sell it as well. For the dragons, yeah. Understandable though. Yes, understandable for you people, which I highly appreciate, but a lot of people don't understand that. Because I showed y'all last 2 Sundays ago the things that I have built by designing them, by printing them, by carefully taking care of them that they actually look as close as possible to what they should look. This is not that. This is basically just reselling on another level. You buy a $1,000 printer, you buy the filament for 20 bucks, you print like 7 to 10 dragons and then sell them for upmarked for like 30 bucks. I saw them on the goddamn store last time. Hey Icarus, how are you going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Speaking of hammer time, since you already mentioned it. Hammer! Look at that fucker! Look at it. Isn't that one gorgeous hammer? Right now. It is the most bestest thing that I'm going to build today. It is literally the size of the hammer. What do you think, Icarus? Would you like a hammer like that? I've also learned a little bit of safety. Don't touch the epoxy glue. Oh, don't worry. I will. Quick and easy, as it should be. But yeah, the hammer is right now in its drying state. Then we're gonna go sand it. Core's best friend? Yes, absolutely. Core is an absolute menace with the hammer, so it's no wonder. 10 out of 10 would break down a door with that in Minecraft. Oh, don't worry. We have explosive charges too. Look at this. It looks rancid. But now, here comes the best part about it. Icarus, for you, I have this part. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this tiny little part here is? You wanna take a wild guess what that is, by the way? If you want, I can give you a hint too. It's all good. Hood ornament. No! Here is the hint. It made my freaking Fuki as well just to act up, just like... Very good argument there, little PNG Kunalo. It's a tiny squeaker. It's a squeaker. The noise fits the food. It does, doesn't it? Now here's the plan. Let me show you what I have planned with this. So you take the hammer, you put this thing in, you make it so that it cannot fall out, and then every time you use the hammer, it goes like... It is an automatic sponge. Seriously. It is perfect. If y'all have any pets, we're not sorry. No, we cannot, satisfy the need of all and everybody. But here we go. This is the plan. And in future, instead of using this hammer, we have the proper hammer. This squeaky hammer. Now, question. I have 10 of these. How many should I put in? I was thinking of 2. So I could just put 2 in them and they just like do like that. Perfect hammer sound. A hammer sound goes... That shit is annoying as hell. All of them go big or go home. Good lord. This is gonna be the future saving hammer, by the way. I'm planning on that. I'm banking on it to be the best freaking hammer there is. But yeah. That's the plan, people. In that sense, we have some sanding to do now. For that sense, I will need a mask again. Just gonna reuse this one because this one is still, pretty okay. Give me a moment. There we go. Masked Konalo. Now it's gonna be a little bit iffy to show off the sanding process on the table with a prop this big, but that's an issue that I created myself right now. So, we start off with some nice 40 grit. Very simple, very gentle, and then we can just go from there. The main part that I want to focus on is the butt and the handle here. Everything else, it's fine. I can just take care of it like this. That's no problem here. But the bottom like this is a little bit on the issue side because, as you can see, it didn't print out proper. I put some spatch in it as well. So I can actually work on it a little bit better. And then have just, a much more solid, even ground. It's going to be a little bit hard to show on camera how to do that, so I'm going to have to... Y'all have to trust me on that. So, I'm just going to rip off a little bit here. All of them go big or go home. I'm going to try. I think I can fit 3, maybe 4 into them. Spatch it? Yes. If you have a prop... that has holes in it, you can use wood filler to actually fill in the gaps. And then just sand it down. That's how we do. Yes, give your hair a good rubbing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you really want me to give it like a good old this, eh? Prop making is fun, huh? Show it on camera, baby. Oh, I will. Let me just go and make sure that the tip is nice and sanded first. Just nice and easy. The only spatch I know is cock. But yeah. There we go. I just need to work on that a little bit because as you can see it has some things just falling off. This is why I spatched it. This is why I wanted it to be a little bit more on the smoother side, and especially now spatch is the name for spatula when I cook. I don't know, spatch just sounds good. There we go. Let me just get that a little bit better. I wish I had a bigger table so I could show you better. But there's a lot of dust coming off and it feels already a lot better. Oh my god, hold on. But yeah, this is the process of making a prop. You have to learn shit on repeat, just like art. You have to sometimes compensate for things, just like art. And now look, it's already a lot better now. It's already a nicer butt. Now I wouldn't eat off that butt, but it's a nice butt. And also I can hold it and I can swing it and it is solidly holding because we use 2-component epoxy glue. Which Keanon said is highly dangerous because I'm a dumb idiot and I'm no professional. Of course I'm not. Why should I be? If I was a professional I wouldn't be doing that now, would I? I wouldn't have to be on stream for that. But honestly, I'm having fun doing this on stream. Please don't leave me. Oh my god. Now, we can also just go ahead and sand a little bit over here. So we can get a more even spacing here too. If you wouldn't eat of that, but it sounds like you should clean it better. Well, yes, because I will clean it better, because it will get a nice priming, it will get a nice coating, it will get nice paint on it too. It will be the best butt to eat off. But you know what? Maybe I shouldn't need to tell you about that because I'm certain you know how to eat ass just well. That dust is bad. That's why I'm wearing a mask right now. I've done this a couple hundred times at this point, or you know, a couple tens of times. Hope your camera stand doesn't fall from all the wiggling. Oh, it doesn't. It's actually underneath the cardboard where all the stuff is. So, it kinda won't, I hope. I trust it enough in that sense. There we go. A little bit more sanding over there. Well, it'll be fine. Probably. But yeah. If I tell you that I hate sanding the most in the entire process, would you believe me? Because it always takes the entirety of time to just sand it nice and through. And then it just looks smoother. And then you just always have to keep sanding it so to make it even smoother than before. Like over here. Ah, there you go. Sanding is the most annoying part about prop making, I swear. There we go, nice and easy. And I know that this can be very repetitive in that sense, but this is the shit that I do the entire time. If I make a prop, that's the process that I have to go through. Seeking out a good model or making a model myself if it doesn't exist. Then printing it. Then on top of that, sanding it, gluing it if necessary, prepping it, priming it, painting it, maybe repriming it a couple few times, sanding the living shit out of it, and then painting it, finally. Now, I'm not saying that this is painful. I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this, and this is why I picked it up. If I was, and I keep telling myself, if I was a bit better, I would do this, I would do that. Well, I have the time now, and I want to use it properly. This is why everything is there, after all. And hell, maybe if I don't need the hammer anymore, I'll get rid of it. Somebody can have it. I don't know. It's a handmade hammer with a squeaky toy in it. It's a squeaky hammer. It's perfect for your pets. You can bonk them, and they will hear a squeak and they'll bark because they are happy. Advertisement. Okay, now, hold on a minute. We will need more. As you can see, it is looking very, very wiggly woggly right here, and I don't like it. Like if you go against the light, you can see that it has like riffles in there, and I want to even that out as much as I can. So, we're just gonna do this. Use some of that. Get ourselves a new thingamajig of cardboard. Wonderful. This is why I'm hoarding cardboard, by the way. So I can make, you know, even cuts like that. There we go. That'll do just fine. Wonderful. Then, there you go. So we can nice and even everything out when we get there, by the way. But first, we need to actually spread some wood filler. Funny enough, wood filler is fantastic for that. And we're going to spray it like that. There we go. The prop making process is a long and arduous one, and it has a lot of smelly smells that Milton really loves. While she loves it, I'm wearing a mask. There we go. There we go here. And there we go here. Wonderful. There we go. If you were to sell the hammer, how much would you sell it for? If I had to go by the rate as well as the delivery cost, because this is a big prop, I could not do any, and I usually would love to just do everything without shipping costs and all that. But if the hammer is done and it looks as good as I want it to, and somebody would be genuinely interested in buying it, I'd have to account for all the costs in that sense, so I cannot really tell how much it would go for. I cannot even tell you how much the sword would go for, because this is the first time I'm actually documenting my entire process. The process of me actually making something that I care about. And I care about that hammer a lot because I want to use it. There we go, nice. It's a lot more in there. And just go in here. Even that out a little bit more. Will you be making a video or a full documentary? I will definitely put the VOD up, but maybe I will also put up the documentary as well. Because I personally think it's very interesting to see, even for somebody that is not a professional, if you have the tools to make something, why just not make something? A lot of people have the tools to make basic stuff. You don't need a 3D printer to be a prop maker either, funnily enough. You can literally use cardboard. There is a prop maker that makes everything out of cardboard, and it looks like it was made with freaking printers and models and everything. It looks pretty damn good. You do not need expensive gear to make expensive stuff. If you want to sell it, it would be preferable, but otherwise, if you want to make it for yourself, please go ahead and make it. I encourage you to be creative. This is the crux of the channel after all. I want you to create too, not only me. You can do a lot of you can get a lot done with 3D printing pen as well. Exactly. You can get a lot done with. You can buy EVA. You can buy Warblock. You can buy cardboard. You can even work with like wood itself. There's so much you can do. If you don't have the tools for it, there's definitely somebody that will help you in that sense. If you know somebody that will help you in that sense, absolutely please do it. If you can, or any other hobby too. Everybody has pen and paper at home. You will start off with a stick figure, and if you stick to it for years, you will eventually see yourself making a picture. Not only just a scribble. Not to say that stick figures are bad, quite the opposite. I would love for everybody to just start creating, and that's about it. Yeah, I know, at time. Thank you for the reminder of that. But yeah, a lot of that nice talk out of the way. There are of course other things as well. If you cannot afford it, that's fine. That's why I said there's so many alternatives to actually crafting in that sense. You can craft with literally everything. I want you to craft, like seriously, you can craft whole ass armors, not only with like cardboard. You can do it, and people have become super successful with that too. Actually, let me give you a genuine example of that. Props channel, because I'm not trying to junk you in that, because that would just be rude. I think it was him or them. Yes, I think that was them. My laptop isn't struggling right now. But yeah, this guy makes everything out of cardboard. And it looks pretty damn good as well. What you always need is time. And I would like you to just remind yourself, everything needs time. This channel will also need time to go anywhere. Thank you for that. I'll just put it here. It'll be fine. That's why I said you don't have to do everything with like the most highest quality stuff that there is. You can start right now. You can legitimately start right now and have some cardboard stuff. Everybody is doing everything with every material that they can get their hands on. Cardboard is the most accessible thing that there is. And personally, I would also love to just try it. Time is unfortunately a very valuable resource that's hard to come by. I know, it is. It is sadly very valuable, but the thing is, if you're not enjoying your time, then it's not really, great either. There's some kind of joy that you want to have with time. But, back to point. But it's up to us to practice, improve, and manage it in order to fight against that anxiety. Yes, and I will be very honest in that sense. The moment I started crafting again, I felt so much better. I felt like I was actually getting to myself again. Like I found my soul. Oh, wow, cheesy. And this is why the crux of my channel is here. I want people to create. I want you to create. How do you create? Create however you like. Paint your stuff. Make a picture. Freaking make music. I don't know. Or, if you're as dumb as me, go out and learn how to make props. Make armors. Make shields. Make freaking something better, because I still don't know how to make armor. I learned how to tailor, but here I am making a goddamn hammer again. Speaking of hammer, we still have a lot of sanding ahead of us. Like a lot of sanding. So in that sense, Here's the most annoying sound in the world, because it is good to roughen up the surface in that sense. And with that roughening up, the paint will stick a little bit better, and it also roughens, of course, the surface, obviously. That's why we're sanding, right? Just gotta make sure that I can, you know, turn the hammer nicely. There we go. As you can see, this is all just already hardening up. It's great. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah. There you go. I gotta focus a little bit because I want to cut out that overflow. It's good to, and I always like to say, it's good to have too much of something and that you can just, you know, work off after, than having too little of it and then it'll be a pain to get it in back. This epoxy glue was the best idea that I had in a while. Got it out for afternoon golf. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Icarus, thank you for sticking by. And hell, tell me how it went. I want you to win. Even if you have to blind people with your pecs. See you around, bud. Have a good one. And as always, you're very welcome to come back when you have the time. I'll be here for a couple of hours. Gotta cut underneath. Oh, there we go. There we go. Freed a little bit more. There we go, even more. Yeah, absolutely. You and your pecs emote, I swear by God, if I had the pecs like you would, I would definitely do the same. I would love to have something to show off, but the only thing that I have to show off is a freaking hammer right now. A hammer and a dream. Rather that to say. There we go, just a little bit more. Oh, hold on. Hey, Samurai, thank you for so much for the 100 bits. Are you sure you want to spend them on me right now? I'm trying my best to get the hammer done. After all, this is actually one of my favorite weapons in Helldivers, but I use it too little because, well, I may be a frontline soldier, but I'm not that convinced about it yet. It's very fun though, especially when you like to go melee. Wonderful here. Let's just go over yonder and cut off a little bit that is standing over. Yes. As you can see, it is not only just, oh, I click things together and all good. If it was that way, everybody would be a prop maker now. I'm a hobby prop maker for a reason, because that's the progress that I enjoy. And it's a painfully slow progress, because it can span over weeks to actually finish something, especially with painting. Freaking damn it. But, you know, that's just the way it is, and I am glad that I'm doing that. Because I never had another hobby that got me so intensely into it than this. Oh, come on. This is why I am opening up every alley, to just show what you can do. Come on. Ooh. Oh, okay, everything's good. Hammer's still on. There we go. But yeah, once again, Samurai, thank you for the 100 bits in that sense. I really appreciate it, and you know where this is going after all. I want to create even more. That's the most important part about it all. I just want to create more. The crux of it all in the end is just creation. There we go. Oh, this has gone off well. Hammer time. Yeah, full. It is hammer time, alright? Especially because the hammer itself is like a meter. That thing huge. Seems like there's a small printing error here. I'll just cut that off. Because it felt a little bit off. I can put some foam there too. But yeah, hammer. Look at this unit. It's already so solid. It's a hard time breaking it already. I have a goddamn hammer. It's a freaking hammer. I can wiggle it too. It is a solid piece of hammery. But yeah, back to it. As I said, I've been looking forward to actually making that hammer for a long while. And now that I am doing it, I realize it is going to be a good chunk of work. But I think it's gonna be fun when I show y'all what this kind of work actually is. Because it's genuine and I like it. That's just the way it is. Which also allows me to sand it a little bit easier now. Just to roughen it up nicely. And get rid of the layer lines possibly all the time as well. And yes, I have to do that. Otherwise, the paint will not stick well and it will just look goofy. And we want it to look good. Oh, hold on. Just gotta... There's a little bit left over yonder. Ah, wonderful. You might wanna ask your audience if they can tolerate the sound. Some of those goosebumps with unless you want to play music and lower your sanding volume or whatever. That would not be actually a bad idea. That is, of course, actually very good question. That sense. If it is okay, because that sound is very grating. After all, I'm literally sanding on paper on plastic that has layer lines that sound like it's a freaking scratch board. There we go. That's just the way it is. So I can temporarily mute myself so that I can sand and you guys can just enjoy yourselves. What do you think? I appreciate the notation on that note, by the way, because it can get really loud often enough. And I can just reduce myself to just more of the smaller stuff that there is, because the bigger stuff all requires a lot of work is all, and a lot of sanding too. There we go. Hold on. Just gotta rip it a little bit more. And then over here, you can just sand like this. Because I did also fill in here. It also had like this ugly little thing. There we go. This is some good looking stuff already. The breaching hammer is already looking awesome, and I have not even painted it yet. Man, I'm so excited for it. I'm so goddamn excited for it. I'm just gonna co-focus on the smaller parts, I guess, then. Might not be a bad idea, especially with how loud that thing is, like, goodness gracious. There's that. And we have this, we have that. And over here a little bit too. Oh, right, you can't see. Goodness gracious. Now this part was also annoying a little bit. Oh my god. Oh wow, the mask is actually cutting into my ear right now. Ow. But it's fine. That's what we do for safety in this sense. Yeah, it would be the better option than have a text of saying something like music relay sanding. Actually, great idea. Actually a very fantastic idea. Goodness gracious. But yeah, one at a time. First and foremost, we have all of this to sand, by the way. So, as you can see, a big progress of prop making, especially when you have a 3D printer, is sanding. Another thing that I noticed, up here, you can see that there's a little ledge. We're gonna have to fill that with wood primer. Which means we will have to fill that up and just basically close the gap as closely as possible from here to there. Down here, it doesn't really matter. So there's that. And the most annoying part, hold on. I can also use just a hand sander. Now that's going to be an extreme solution in that sense. And yes, of course, I have a hand sander. Why wouldn't I? It also has a small vacuum in it too. So it's very damn loud. And especially on a Sunday. Who the hell would work on a Sunday, eh? But you have to just deal with everything in that sense. But yeah, there's a lot that still needs doing. Just because it's assembled doesn't mean that it's done already. It's just the very start of it. The very start of literally everything that there is with this freaking piece of prop. And we want that piece of prop to be as much as possible. We want it to be as precise as possible, as pretty as possible. I might just go ahead and paint it in black. But I will need to find a spray can with black on that because I can use this as a priming color too, which is great. A priming color meaning that I can just use it and then just, you know, that's about it. And then I just have to paint yellow over it most of the time. So yeah. Just gotta get the edges off a little bit better. And then we have a nicer, smoother top here. Here we go. There we go. I'm getting a freedom boner looking at this masterpiece slowly becoming reality. Very slowly. I'm appreciating that you actually enjoy it as well. That's why I thought I wanted to actually show y'all how it looks to actually make a thing. I wanted to really make sure that everybody sees, hey, you can hand make this as well. Of course, I have the privilege of a 3D printer. Let me just remind you this much. And I talked about it just about a couple of minutes ago, that I do not give a damn how you make your stuff. If you make it out of freaking Warbler paper, that's great. You have the money and the time for it. The thing is, you will need the time for it. You will need a lot of time for it. And to make things just pretty, you will also need to sand a lot. And god damn it, I hate sanding. But it's part of the process. So how about we just focus on the blasting cap first. It's always fascinating to see how props emerge for crafting. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the guy who designed that, goodness gracious, the guy who designed this prop was really damn smart about it. He also designs a lot of other Helldiver stuff, which I would love to craft as well. Now actually, I would love to actually show y'all who that is. But first I want to just smooth out everything. Just so that when I actually prime it, it looks great. Also, actually, I think I might as well just start asking that question immediately now. The blasting cap is not really a blasting cap. Makes me appreciate the craftsmen who make all the cosplay equipment. Oh, that's how I got into it. Because I was just so fascinated with how they make stuff, I wanted to do that too. I did it too. With some older stuff, with EVA foam, with cardboard, with styrofoam. Just anything to make something. And I felt fantastic after it. Now I am a hobby prop maker. And something fell. Now I am a hobby prop maker and I freaking love it. The problem is, being a prop maker is super fucking expensive. And also the knowledge required, Not that I'm scaring you, but there is a good amount that you need to know, and I know nothing of it. So yeah, there we go. Especially one thing, I mean, personally, I always say that making weapons is easier than making armor. Because with armor, you have to actually account additional measurements. Like, you know, body size, head size, and all that stuff. And that is extremely hard. So, so personally, on my opinion, armor crafters require a lot more skill than weapon crafters. But both require just the guts to make stuff. And that's why you can do one or you can do both. Personally, I would love to do both because there's way too little people that do that here where we are. There we go. Nice and easy. There we go. Especially with the details. Sometimes you just fuck up and that's about it. But you're the only one that knows that you fucked up. Fun fact, the designer of Helldivers did their homework as cosplayers have shown the Helldivers armors are fully functional. Yes, I know that. The Helldivers armor is actually the most precise and most closely made to actual armor that actually works. So long as you have the resources, no matter how pricey or cheap, and if you have the will to practice, then you can craft your own Hatsunet. Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, you should not go bankrupt because of your hobby. Some people don't need to craft, that's fine. I know a person who also streamed at one point. Their best thing was, you know, playing video games. And they appreciate having their video games like that. It's like, hey, I love this video game, but I don't need to express it any further than that. That's great. That's normal too. And honestly, I appreciate that sentiment too. It's just you enjoy your goddamn hobby and that's about it. No, I haven't sent it you. Only crafting I can do is Minecraft. Oh, don't worry. Hey, don't worry about it. As I said, you can literally just cut out some daggers out of cardboard and you would actually be crafting too already. It's not that hard. But you'd be learning over time that you can craft even more. It's like, what if I add another layer? What if I add paper over? What if I dunk that paper in a solution of water and glue and then just spread it over as if it was, you know, paper mache? And then you have suddenly a full-on sword. Minecraft is awesome. Once a year for a few weeks, absolutely. I still need to figure out how to run Minecraft on my PC. The amount of cardboard I have access to, though, thanks to my job. Why not? If they don't need the cardboard and you can legally take it home with you, and you have the space at home for it, why not give it a shot? Make yourself something. Treat yourself. Treat yourself to making something. Treat yourself to be nice to yourself whilst you're making something. It all starts with scratch when there's a kid, then you just expand on that and other materials. Yeah, I do kind of feel like I could have been an absolutely great, damn, what was it called? A woodworker. But nobody needs an actual woodworker no more. Because everything is already just, you know, machine made, so. But here I am, making props now. It fills the niche really nice. I just wish I could actually make coin from it. But that's like the last wish I have for that. Because I love it the way it is already. And that's the most important part about it. There we go. And right here. Alright, that's nice and roughened up now. That is really nice and roughened up now. Hold on, let me just feel around. This side is not. Why am I roughing everything up? Why do I need to scratch into the thing so I can... Why do you want, and do I want it like rough there? It's simply because if I actually put like spray on it, it fits better there, and other stuff is also much better on it. Whilst you can use a spray to just go over it, whilst it is not rough, it will not hold as well as it will with just a little bit of roughness on it. So it is always good to roughen up your stuff, unless of course if it is cardboard or anything that can be just, you know, brokey immediately. I would not do that, but I like to have something heavier, so I like to just do it on all of my props first. And sometimes I just do not do it enough, obviously, because sometimes even after sanding and doing and sanding the entire time, you can still see layer lines, and I'm trying my best to hide them. And by God, I want to hide those layer lines. Best I can do is, you know, another filament, but I'm not very sure with that yet. So I'm sticking to PLA for a little while. And now this is nice and roughened up. Just gonna do the tips here as well a little bit. There we go. Whew. That's the blasting cap. Now, to everybody that is here, I have a question. I'm going to make the hammer 1:1, but what color should the blasting cap be? I know standard-wise it is yellow in Helldivers, but I feel like it would do a lot better because it has these fellas in it that we might want to have another color in it. Whew, goodness, I'm actually sweating a little bit. But yeah, make it red. Ooh, already a very fancy color. Are you sure about that? Do we have any other suggestions by chance? Making it striking red is just great. Maybe have it fit the theme of your Helldiver character? Every Helldiver character fits with that theme. It doesn't matter. My Helldivers are just idiots. But they're proud idiots. Because even when... Or fit your theme to the Marooned Moron, I'd say yellow with black lines if you have to go that route. I mean, not necessarily. This is my thing. I can do whatever I want. Ooh, that's a good idea too. I could try. I could make it look like it's a half construction thing. I have done something like that before. I can do just like maybe stripes along here, or maybe like this, like stripes along this. And so it fits on and it just looks like it's a construction thing. The question is, can we put stickers on it? Sooner or later you will. Once I'm done with it, you would be able to put stickers on it. Because I put varnish on it too. And varnish helps it, you know, be pretty. And also exist better. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to be gentle with that one. Because it makes the annoying sanding sound. But yes, you can definitely put stickers on it. Because why the hell wouldn't you? There we go, nice. I just want to make it really, really good there. And that braid is starting soon. Okay, thanks for the info, Seribot, as always. Really nice of you. There we go. Just needs a lot more here and a lot more there. We all appreciate Seribot in here. They actually got updated recently too, I think. So that they actually recognize even more, you know, bots. A bot that recognizes bots. Okay. The blasting cap. I'm gonna leave you all to cook on it. I'm gonna take a quick 5 to 10 minute break because I need to clean up a little bit. As you can see, it is filthy. So instead of, you know, committing y'all to the sin that is a vacuum cleaner, I will just go quickly on break And I will clean up a little bit here so we have a nice fresh one when we come back. Okay? Quick save? Sure. Wonderful. Done. I can actually feel that it's actually spreading a little bit. But yeah, in that sense, I will be right back. If you want to stick around, please do. Why the hell not? But on the other hand, I will be here when you need me. Just mute and show the cleaning process. Yeah, I'll be on. I'll make a quick break as well, because I kind of need it right now. I'm kind of sweating. But anyways, I'll be right back, people. Ah, much better. You know, I've been sitting for hours again on the stream. It reminds me a little bit of when I was still working after all. You know, that one time where I have to pick up calls and all that stuff, and I sound like I'm a half a robot. No wonder people didn't like me. But then again, if something nobody ever tells me, how the hell am I going to know? Anyways, back to the stream actually. This part. Hope you're all having something to drink as well, because this is going to be a fun one. Because this part is kind of done. Of course, in the back we can also just, you know, start sanding and all that stuff. But in the end of it, I will keep it at this right now. But let's go with some more funner parts. Being able to hold that in my hands is already such a delight. So, what do we do? I said that I wanted to actually bridge the gap in here, so to make it look like it's actually more of a full part. So, we will need this thing. It's wood filler! Yay! Wood filler, of course, is what we also use for that, so it doesn't need another introduction. What we do need is another stick of cardboard. So in that sense, let me just do this. Gotta squeeze it out a little bit more, because that's how we do. We don't want to waste another drop, because I already accidentally bought another tube. I like to do it like this, and just smear it on like that. The point is to make it as smooth as possible, as early as possible. There we go. That'll have to do. And then from there on, of course, we smooth it out. Wonderful. I'm using all the bad chemicals today. All the very nasty ones. Eek. And then just even that all out nicely. Wonderful. This already looks a lot smoother than it was before. That's already a start. You just put it down like that. Oh, we got some paint on there. God dang it. It's fine. I'll spray over it. There we go. And then also just do that. And over here. Wonderful. This already looks a lot smoother already than it was. So that's a start here. Of course, we will need to go over it another time. So in that sense, we can just start, you know, making a little bit prettier stuff as well. So we can just go ahead and just sand it like that. There's multiple ways to sand after all, not just always against the grain. And yes, I'm still using a mask because I do not want more plastic than I have already in my lungs. I should maybe close the tube as well. Kona, you clumsy man. There we go. Closed up nice and well. Now let's continue. As I said, sanding is like a good 20% of it, because otherwise nothing's gonna stick on it really well. Roughening it up, getting rid of layer lines, and all that jazz. But yeah, speaking of hobbies, since we're already on that topic of hobbies since 2 hours, holy shit. Are there any other hobbies that you actually do? Especially y'all guys. I mean, you guys know that my hobbies are literally just gaming and prop making and programming. I have way too many hobbies. But I'm certain you guys have also some interesting hobbies that you can tell about. Even if it is, you know, miniature painting or painting in general, any kind of arts. I would like to hear from it. And hell, maybe just give a comment on it. Gmod. Oh, I know from you, Samurai. That's how we met after all. Watching Kona on a Sunday has become a hobby lately. Really? Oh, come on. Don't be that cheesy, SMC. But yeah, speaking of Gmod, especially from you, Samurai, your Gmod stuff has improved insanely well, to a point where it's starting to not look like Gmod, but actually another game engine. Gmod IRL. I mean, kinda. But hell, if you consider watching me on Sundays a hobby, that is the biggest compliment that I've had in a while. So thank you. I know our boss never wanted to say that, but, you know, I don't think he actually had a bone for appreciation in the first place. You know which one I'm talking about. We both worked after all. It's true though. Seriously. If you wanna Google Samurai Knight 1600, you will see a DeviantArt gallery, and all of the Gmod stuff that he does is actually historically bound. Yes, I freaking shouted you out. What you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Night boy. Yes. We give everybody a chance here. Everybody that does actively something will definitely get a shout out as well. I mean, then again, SMC, you made an entire website. That's also just not to scoff at as well. Like, yes, you do a lot of websites without anyone's permission, but honestly, it's less about, oh, that's not that you should do that. It's more about you actually took the time to make it as well. I have not done such thing. Literally F12 and on console, I saw immediately. Silly goober, you're trying to hide yourself. You are creative in your own way as well. You deserve that much attention too. Seriously, as I said, everybody here can create. It doesn't matter how they create, but that they do create. Important is just that it's a nice, fantastic balance from all of the things that we already have done anyways. And it is a fantastic balancer in that sense. Especially because I feel like I tend to create a lot of mess. Have you seen how much mess I do here? I make an entire table worth messing. But then again, sometimes a mess becomes something else. Sometimes a mess becomes a flower. Sometimes a mess becomes moss. That's just the way it is. We all get somewhere. But that's productive mess. So is yours. You make servers, Helzig. You have had a good history of stuff as well, which I'm not going to obviously say right now because, you know, that's a little bit more on the private side. I know that much. You have done stuff as well. Don't sell yourself short. I want you to sell yourself bigger. Thanks for not doxing. Of course not. That was an accident, by the way. It was really not meant. I don't want to dox anybody. I don't want to be doxed. That's why I have my little knight here. I like my privacy just as everybody else does. Oppa, it's actually hitting my TV. Because right next to me is the big TV that we have. And that's where my crafting table is. Insert nervous look. I'm trying my best, okay? Sometimes you know people so well you don't know them with their nickname anymore, but you actually know them only by their actual name. It's funny. Now let me just get through with that sanding down here. God, can you guys tell that I hate sanding stuff? Especially with how much sanding there is in prop making, especially when you 3D print props. Oh man, makes my hand exhausted too. But it'll get there. Once it is sanded, it'll look a lot better anyways. Then it is really worth it. It's weird. Yeah, I know it is weird. You need a sanding machine. I have one. I just don't want to use it because it is really damn loud. What I would love to have is not this kind of sanding machine, but a rotary sanding machine. Because it has a sanding attachment with a sponge on it. With a sponge, yes. That's why you mute yourself and play music. I mean, yeah, fair point. But there's something personal about it too. I just want it to be as precise and perfect as possible. I am a perfectionist in the end. Maybe not in all walks of life, admittedly, but in some walks of life where my brain thinks this is where it needs to be perfect, it will be. Maybe not perfect for you, somebody else, but it would be perfect for me. This one's been annoying me a little bit. Get out of here. But yeah, there it is. During the sanding gun, it'll be much more efficient. Yes, but look at the time. If I use a sanding gun right now, if I use any kind of machine right now, people would absolutely hate me. And I kind of like where we live right now. That's the thing. Especially at that time. That would be horrible. We would get complaints left and right then. So yeah, I'm working really with the most smallest parts because I have little option here. But it's okay. I will take that risk and see how far it goes. Of course, temporary. Don't want to do it all time yet. There is a point where I can make it all time, but that also depends on, you know, everybody collectively. I will not force anything on anybody, though. That's certain. I have this much respect for the community that I've grown here as well. Because I love the people that support me and want to see me make more stuff. In the end, I just want to make more stuff. There we go. Oh man. That is one round around. Okay. Whew. My hands are getting tired already. Big props just need a lot of time. This is preparation time still. Because I want to prime that, I want to paint that, and then maybe I need to prime it multiple times. Maybe I need to sand it multiple times. So then it doesn't look so, you know, printed. You've got soft hands, boy. Hey, I may have soft hands, but I actually use them to make them hard, okay? I could say things here, but I'm not going to. There'd be a lot of things that I could say right now. Then we'll go a little bit like this. This is all preparation time right now. And the metals are still drying a little bit because I put a thick layer on them. There we go, this, and sand a little bit more there. But yeah. Oh man, my hands. But yeah, this is the thing that I chose that I wanted to do as a hobby. And as I said, I do not regret it. Even if I sound like I do. Because goodness gracious, that stuff is a lot of work. By the way, since we're already at this point, I need to ask something. I know this is a weird question to ask right now, because it is not what it was, but the printing stream, since I was printing all of these parts out, would you mind and would you want to have them more often? Milton, please don't. Because I need to prepare stuff, and I thought like, hey, you can at least have something on the side to just watch or just, you know, lounge to. If I make more props, of course I can print more props. Yes, but with music. Of course with music. There's always music there. I can put on a stream series on there, and also Lo-Fi Girl also announced a few years ago that we can use her music as well. Not us specifically, but every single streamer and everything, because they're not AI made. And just, you know, every streamer can use them. And I'm thinking about it soon. Of course, I'm gonna check in with them personally. Send them a mail. It's like, hey, I'm running this and this and that. I would like to use these for maybe like a printing cam and all that. If it was okay, and if I could have your explicit allowance per mail to do so. Because I do want to make sure that it is okay that way. And also, we're gonna have a much more viewable schedule soon too. That is something that is also been spoken in my mind. And as for Wednesdays, we are already in the ways of making an official logo too for Fission Chats. Fission Chats has been actually fucking fun again. It feels like so many things have gone in between Fission Chats that it now feels like an actual event. And I'm actually super stoked about it. Gonna angle it out a little bit. Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna angle it up just a little bit more. Like that. Just gonna check on thing. Yeah, that'll do. So I can just see a little more there. Yes, you guys are allowed to see more of the table as well. You all are part of the table now. Just rough gridding that. And just oh baby, more table. Gotta love it when you expose more your wood like that. Okay, we get it. Ha ha. Horny joke, we get it. What are you, Boss Cat? Check out Boss Cat Designs, by the way. She's funny as hell. Ah! Ah. Hold on. Scramble. Yeah, I've been crafting way too much lately as well. Because this is not anymore just like, oh, I want to craft it. It's like, what would be interesting for everybody to see? I would have to decide actually as well on what would you guys love to see and what would I love to have as well. It's a perfectly difficult balance that I kind of enjoy right now. Look at that shaft, alright? Look at this nice little shaft right there. Just nice like that. I'll be heading off. Back pain taking over. Have a nice stream and enjoy rubbing your magic wand. Thank you for sticking by, SMC, and I hope you're doing much better soon. Take some stuff. You know, take some ibuprofen and all that as well, just to get the healies up. Reappeared, what happened? Well, we have been sanding my magic stick the entire time, also known as hammer. Because, you know, roughness and all that stuff, it makes it easier for it to get stuff on, priming it and such. Same, thank you guys, see ya. You're welcome, SMC. Please join us again soon. I hope to see you very soon as well. It's been a while. So yeah, we've been at it just sanding the entire time. So that's about it. I'm showing off a little bit more table as well. I'm just gonna reverse that a little bit, because I need to get in there a little bit, and I do not like people seeing my fat head. That is actually just empty. So yeah, all I've been doing is just sanding the entire time actually. It's a bit difficult that way though. I should have actually considered not doing it now, whilst everything is assembled, but you know, live and learn. Genuinely thought the camera was about to come down. That thing is not gonna come down. Each and every single thing of these is super glued, by the way. I made sure of that. So don't worry about it. I appreciate the worry, but you don't have to worry about it. I took proper care of it. It's ad time. Would you look at that? And I'm here, still here, sanding like the moron that I am. Goodness gracious. Oh, that dried off as well. That is a genuinely annoying sound though. Just gotta roughen it up a little bit more. My goodness. With all that sanding, it's no wonder that it wiggles so much. But yeah, I usually do that freehand, not on table. Because I feel on table, it feels like it's not gonna do the effect that it needs to have. So I'm just gonna keep scratching on there as possible. Over here needs a little bit more. Oh, come on. Come on! We can do this! There you go. Gotta feel where there are spots that haven't been sanded as well. Because sometimes you just miss out on it. Nope, that's all good. Okay. Ad break's finishing now. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Saribot, as always. Love to have you around. Okay. Okay, first I need a reaver. That was a lot of sanding already. Knob's gone. I guess you can keep numbing me. Tal isn't here, so you can numb me for the time being. Hey Koopa, how you going? Oh, you doing well, brother? We're just here doing stuff, making Helldivers' perfect hammer with an explosive cap on there. Hanging in there, still recovering. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you're still hanging in there at least. We're just here making hammers in 1-to-1 scale. Because why the hell shouldn't we? There we go. Just giving it a nice little brush over, and that's about why. I'm glad to see you though, Koopa. All we're doing today is building the hammer from Helldivers. Well, I'm not stealing your business. I'm just making a subversive of it by making explosives. I'm making explosive squeaky hammers with these parts. Hold on, I gotta get close. Like, oh man. But really, it's nice to have you around, Koopa. I really hope that everything is going up for you soon enough. Especially with the smarts that you have. I say that every time, but I really mean it every time. Yeah, I was going through the ringer the past few days. Mine was not doing good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, some days are just that way, sadly. And admittedly, that's fine. I mean, not all days can be good, obviously. Just important is that you stick around. Not like stream-wise, but actually just stick around. We need people like you around. Seriously. Ah, god damn it. It was on the sandpaper. Hope you're better, Koopa. If not, oh, her kind of torment is just, you know, making sure that you're hydrated, making sure that you do your workouts, making sure that you reach your goals over time. She is the kind of tormentor that actually wants you to see achieving stuff. That's just our Rosie here. And we love Rosie here. Speaking of, I got you, boo. Ah. Ah, water. Thank you. Actually necessary right now. Because I'm under a mask the entire time because I'm sanding plastic right now. I'm sanding plastic. I'm doing the worst thing in the world right now. I am contributing to the world problem. I'm hanging in there, just about of sadness kicking in, trying my hardest to get over it. Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes it just kicks through real hard. Ah, goodness. If it wasn't for sadness, we would have been all happy. Sometimes it just likes to kick us down and just remind us like, hey, you suck. Even though you don't. And honestly, with all the people that I've met recently, a lot of people have so much goddamn potential, and you know, just sad to see them like that. But then again, that's some of these are battles that we cannot help them, but that they have to help themselves. Without sadness, there's no happiness. Exactly. Yeah, sending you the biggest hugs. There will be days like that, and it will pass. You have people who care about you or your well-being. Oh, please don't, buddy. Please don't. We need you around. It might sound silly coming from me right now, sanding a hammer from a video game, but we do want you around after all. Like, seriously. Like, jokes aside and all that, even if things are not really looking up well currently, the first thing that we need to realize is that we have little to, you know, contribute in that sense. But on the other hand, the people that we meet over time still depend on us being there, and I am not willing to give that up either. I like having those people around, even though if it feels like at times that it is better that I may not be around. That's the thing though, my brain keeps convincing me that it's better that I'm not around. Exactly, that's the point. Sometimes it just likes to hit like that. I've been there often enough. I just wish it didn't have to be that way. But we just need to keep on it. And admittedly, you're better around, asshole. Who else can annoy Stinky with me? Ah, see? Even if it's for the fun, even if it's for the funny, we all want you around. Sadness can twist the mind to think otherwise. As long as you surround yourself with those who care and support you, it becomes easier to listen to them rather than the voice in your head. It is a hard battle at times, but I have to agree with both of them. Firstly, it's funny when you and her annoy Roduggy. I feel bad because I left Wish's server, then I left Labs and Kelberry's server twice already. It's okay. Sometimes you just want to make a little bit distance, but afterwards when you come back a little bit better. If you can, just go ahead and return. Nobody's going to be angry at you. I'm certain nobody's going to be angry at you. But most important of all, just fight it off. It's not easy. It will never be easy. No matter how often we have to pull through that, it will never be easy, but you know, it's just better to stick around when you know that there are some people that actually want to have you around. And admittedly, that includes me. Because many times it felt like I was not wanted. Tried joining the community nights many times, but I end up missing it, or I'm just invisible. I missed last night because I convinced myself they didn't care if I was there or not. Oh, they would have cared. Sometimes it's not about the openness about if you're cared or not. Sometimes it's just about being there. Just don't let the voices get to you. They have told people some nasty stuff, and some people believe them as well. But you are, as far as I've seen with Ruduggy and their group, and with what you have told me, and taught me as well. I'm using Manjaro right now. I'm really happy about it. There are people who want you around. You are smart as hell. And not only because of smartness, but rather just because you are fun to be around, I'm certain. Even if everything is kicking you down a little bit. So, if you have the moment, just, you know, you are wanted. Maybe some people just don't show it the way that you think that it means it. I hope that helps a little bit. I know short comfort from somebody that literally lives countries away. I'm not that smart. My field of study has been replaced by AI. AI isn't smart either. You know what AI needs? AI needs people to check it to make sure that it's doing the right thing. Because otherwise we would be blind fools. No artificial intelligence is going to replace you. This is why we are sitting here. This is why people are still making digital art despite that there's AI doing that stuff. And this is why we're just still vibing and at least existing in that sense. AI will not replace the person that you are. And you know what? I'm glad that we met. I hope this helps, brother. Even if it is all super bleak. Those who truly care would understand why you need space. If others talk behind your back and don't value who you truly are as a person, then they're not worth being around. That's the question I'm afraid of having answered. They will answer with time. A thing that just sucks in general is a lot of things just need time. And sometimes it's a lot of time. Also, screw AI. AI has threatened all of our livelihoods. That's that the wrinkles of the knowledge actually have the words to stop. Yeah. AI is not going to be replacing us as an individual. That will not happen. That will never happen. And you know what? I'm glad about that. And besides, these days it's much easier to recognize AI anyways, because they have a sort of thing going on. Trust me. What AI can write, you can write a lot better. No, I'm dead serious. Have you seen how much bloat AI actually writes in any code? You will notice if something is AI or not. And then they will ask people like you to make it better. You are the skill set that is needed soon. Trust me. I have. There you go. You are a skill set wanted. You are a skill set that is not getting lost. You are a skill set that is becoming only rarer. Because if somebody sees, hey, this guy made it with AI, and suddenly they stumble upon you, who can write it from scratch, It takes a bit of time, sure, but they will have an individualized program exactly how they want it. That's the that's the thing until the whole thing collapses and I'll have to wait for them to come to me and fix AI's mistakes. I'm afraid that's the way it is, but trust me, you will be wanted, and I am certain of it too. I am refreshing myself completely on it. I am actually restudying the entirety of Python again, like from scratch, because I feel like I have done it for so long not that I feel like I am losing out on it. And I might just go with, C hash as well. Yeah, I'm desperately trying to be a part of some people's communities because they seem cold. It's okay. You can just be there as well. I don't know how cold they really are, as well as I don't know how big they are. I'm not in Bushlissa's thing. I'm not in dang it. I'm not in Calberry's chat either. I'm just in Roduggies, and I get basically all the info from that. And from there on, I just chug along. I've become okay with that. Also, ignore Nightbot. But trust me, you are wanted. I left his two but for different reasons. I will not pry on them. Simple as that. I will not pry on them unless you actually want to. We need to find the right ones, no matter how small. I'm proud to be in a small community group called the Neckbeards, yet no shame. Yeah, sometimes it's the tiniest of groups. If it's just a group of 4 dudes doing dumb stuff, getting drunk in Deep Rock Galactic, or just playing Sven the entire time, that's Samurai. He is having a blast. We don't need to be groups of giant people. We just need few people at the very best. And these few people, gladly, I would like to be just the closest people that I have. Also, I'm barely getting air through that mask right now. Hold on. God. Talking a lot of motivational shit right now. Sorry about that. I just like having people around. Not with liking to have people around in the sense of I don't want them to be on my phone 24/7 as I was a call center worker. I meant I like to be around people that I genuinely care about, that have taught me something or that have just improved my life in a way. Besides, giant ass communities can easily become a chore to keep up with or get drowned out. It's just like socializing on Twitch. Yes, it is. Oh, you're drying fast today. But yeah, I'm certain there are people that want you around. I certainly like having you around. I know that our time zones kind of prevent us to chat a lot, but in the end events, every single person that I have right now here is people that I just like having around. That's why I preach what I preach. It's like I like people that are being creative in a sense that it just benefits people. It benefit as in, making sure that people actually feel something out of that. AI is not going to replace that. If I need to, I'm going to be the warrior against it. Yeah, another thing that's kept me down is I really miss streaming, but I can't. I desperately want to get back at it. But number one, my heart won't be in it because the jobless stress, and number two, my internet won't be able to handle it. I can definitely understand the jobless stress because I also just recently lost my job. So I can definitely follow along there. The saving grace is Nilton that I have right now, because she says, hey, give it a proper shot for once. And I like to listen to her at times. And your internet won't handle it, yeah, that's also sadly a requirement for it. You're always welcome into our coffee shop here and chat with us. Absolutely. As I told you, Koopa, I like having you around. I may not stream as often, but that's only because I know what my limit is currently. And the moments that I get to stream is I want to make them the best that I can. You're loved and wanted here, just as everybody says. You are wanted here. Even if it's maybe twice a week that we can just see each other, because I don't have a Discord group or anything. Like having you around. You taught me a little bit, and I appreciate that. So definitely, your knowledge is not falling nowhere. Yeah, that's one of many things that I've got me down. The last one, my romantic life, that loneliness has kicked in. Oh boy, I understand that as well. Oh goodness, hold on, my ears, they're getting scrunched by things. They're getting really squished by my mask right now because sanding. Romantic life, loneliness. That's a hard one, admittedly. Now, I cannot really talk about that as much anymore because I don't know. I have been at one point at a phase where I was okay with myself being alone. And yeah, it's not really great or anything, but Cooper, you can come rage and confuse me on Wednesday and Thursday. You definitely can. But at one point there's a thing that I like to remind people as well. A relationship is great and all, but it is just as much of an investment as everything else. To get to where Nelton and I are right now, it required a lot of freaking stuff as well. So it is definitely beneficial that you have a relationship, but you have to be prepared to actually have another price coming for it. Not that it's bad, of course it can be beneficial, because I remember the first words that I said when Nelton stepped into our first flat, that every voice mattered no matter who's in charge, because both of us were in charge. That was our first flat. We wanted to be in there, and we made it work. There's a lot of compromises as well that we have to do as well. Sometimes we just need to put things away. Temporarily, I didn't do any prop work, even though I absolutely love doing prop work, but simply because we didn't have the space. And I wanted Nelton to have a proper working space too. You wouldn't be the only one who has difficulty in the romantic life. It's easy to say to shift the focus from being loved to improving your lifestyle. Actually executing this is a whole other story, and that's where the support will come in to help you with your journey. Yeah, absolutely. I joke that I'm clearly a chick magnet because I actually own my house. That's the humor about it, isn't it? But yeah, I'm certain you'll find something. And if not, I hope that there's gonna be a part of you that you can accept that actually improves you even more. It is not required of you to have someone. Let me just say this much. Especially not these days. Yeah, I'm just here in a self-made mental prison that I'm trying to get out of. I am no expert in it. I'll just say this much immediately. Not required, but for once it'd be nice. Understandable. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's not needed. Trust me. I don't want you to think that I'm just saying like, oh, be alone. No, that's not what I want to say. Sorry if you came off that way. Quite the opposite. It's like, it's not required anymore, but I understand that you want it. And I'm certain with your conviction and also with all that you went through. Hold on. I should not hold the knife like that. I'm certain that you'll get there. As with everything, I hate to say it, it requires time. But I'm certain that you'll get to it. It'll take a lot of time. I wish I had another hour in the day. Just 1 hour. It would be fantastic. But we don't. Because time is so fleeting for hell's sake that nobody gets anything out of it. Speaking of which, let me just sand that a little bit. I've been talking on like I'm a complete wise ass. I'm so sorry, Koopa. So sorry, everyone actually. I have just as much life experience as everybody else, admittedly. Yeah, I'll keep trying to power through. It's been tough, but I'll keep trying to power on through. I'm glad to hear that, Koopa. I'm certain it's not easy, and I'm not going to lie. I don't know how things are with you directly. I'm not you, so I cannot speak for you. I'm just hoping that you're doing okay. That's all I can do. I'll be very honest. That's really all I can do right now. If I can more directly help, I would, but sadly I cannot. There are people who would like to see you pull through. We enjoy your company a lot, and we want to give you all the encouragement to kick some ass. Absolutely. I mean, come on. You can kick ass. You definitely showed those clankers who's boss. Just do this a little bit. Oh boy, scandalous. The underside of a hammer. It'd be tough to keep trying. Absolutely. It wouldn't be a challenge if it wasn't hard, now was it? Oh my god, this feels actually good. So yeah. Just pull through. I wish I had a Discord right now to be able to welcome you, but and from my own judgment, I felt like making a Discord yet would not be too beneficial, and I don't think it would be too nice to have that. You've got this. The coffee shop is always open for you. Absolutely. Whenever it's open, don't be afraid to say hi. You are welcome here. You are a patron. That's all that matters. You are part of the coffee shop, and you don't need to even pay a penny. Everybody gets their first coffee free. You're welcome, Koopa. You're absolutely welcome. And as I said, come by whenever you can. I may not stream very often, but whenever you need to, we'll definitely be here. Besides, soon enough you'll get to play with a hammer. A hammer that you were able to also see how it gets done. Because I just love showing the progress, how things get done. It just feels nice. Yes, the power of hammers. Absolutely. There we go. See? There you go, brother. That's a better... But yeah. Maybe for tonight, I don't know what the time is right now. Maybe at this point, maybe just make yourself something nice and just lean back a little bit. Treat yourself to something. You definitely could use it. I'm treating myself to a hammer. You treat yourself to maybe a nice drink that you haven't had in a long while. And tell yourself it's gonna be okay. I know this doesn't help a lot, but it's small things. Treat yourself. Speaking of which, I hate the part that comes next is going to be very annoying. Oh! Thanks, Seribot! Good bot. Good bot, everybody. I would, but my drink of choice is hard to source and very expensive. God damn it. I hate that as well. Yeah, there's one drink I would love to have too, but admittedly, I'll just cheer to you for next time. How's that sound? I know I cannot... I love meat. Oh, another meat lover. Freaking hell yeah. There's a good meat around here, these parts, or rather in the inner city, that has an appley cinnamony taste. I have never had meat before. That was my first meat, and it was the best meat I had. House made. So that's even better. If there's a chance that you can get it, I would love for you to have one. Just, you know, drink with company. It's not, and it tastes better that way. Never had mead. It's an alcoholic beverage that is fermented. So yeah, mead is so good. Sadly, my favorite meadery closed down, so fresh made mead is not an option anymore. Oh no. Yeah, I can see where that frustration is coming from then. But yeah, a ground rule that I like to hold myself, especially with any kind of alcoholics, drink with company. Company can be through stream, through a Discord call. I've done that, and it was a blast. It didn't feel like I was drinking alone. That's the point. But I only drink when there's multiple consenting people around. No force, no nothing. I just feel like, hey, is it okay if I take one? Shamefully, it's hard to find good meat in Sweden, even though we invented it. Well, Samurai, I have a fantastic idea for you and possibly a business opportunity. Because why not fill the gap that is open right now? Fill a need, see a need, fill a need. Simple as that. Yeah, meat is actually from the Norvans, from the Nords. 10 out of 10 would recommend, especially when you're like me who doesn't like the taste of alcohol. Yeah, I don't mind alcohol, but then again, when we want to be more specific, my parents were Balkan, so I can drink a little bit harder and party a bit harder. But it's fine. I love fresh made meat. It just tastes like juice. Oh yeah. A good meat just doesn't taste like alcohol. That's the thing. A good meat tastes like good juice. Have you forgotten Swedish alcohol laws? Alcohol is monopolized here. You can only sell alcohol with permission from the state monopoly. I did not know that. So, yeah, I would have not known that. But then again, maybe it's for the better. Just give me one moment. It's really hard to sand that stuff. It's called Systembolaget. I'd have to Google that. Okay, wonderful. This is holding well. Because I have to really press onto that thing the entire time. And it's really just hard on me fingies. All hard alcohols are only allowed to be sold here. That is, you know, that's a system, alright? I thought I could just choose it like, oh, cyanate, filanate. Aye, capitalist thinking. When I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, US, there was a meadery there that sold a very delicious blackberry raspberry mead. Ooh, that sounds interesting. A blackberry raspberry mead. Oh, that sounds so nice, actually. Hold on a minute. I would have loved to try that. Yeah, but yeah, I know. It's already here. It even has the mustache on. So there we go. But yeah, raspberry and like blackberry raspberry, yeah. That sounds really freaking good. Currently I'm still just a fan of the apple cinnamon mead that we have here. There we go, finally. Oh my god. Oh! 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 That is feeling solid already. Yes, a lot of, just for information. Real question. Blackbriar or honey brew mead? Oh. I wouldn't know anymore. I know I choose always one, but I don't know about the other. They also had a pear and almond flavored one that just hit the spot so perfectly. That is a perfect summer drink as well, yeah. As you said. Wow, we're having fantastic topics today to talk about. But yeah, pear is really good for summer drinks actually. There's something creamy about a pear. My parents used to make alcohol when I was little. Why, did they stop when you got older? That's a bit sad. Let me just... There's so much sanding involved, I swear. This is all part of a process. I know that it looks like I'm doing nothing. It's not because of the divorce. Okay, okay, hold on. I didn't mean to. Oopsie, I asked a little bit too deep again. My bad. Let me just... That was... I really ask sometimes way too hard-hitting questions. I'm sorry. That wasn't your fault. It felt like I teased it though. I did not want that. It's like, oh, that's because of the divorce! Haha! Man. I remember when my uncle, every summer, when I was on his farm, he always made some fresh rakia. I almost fell to the ground laughing my ass off. At least you're laughing. That's one goal achieved. Hold on. I gotta... There you go. Then over here. But yeah, as I was starting to say, my uncle, who sadly passed away, used to make a specific kind of schnapps every summer. Of course, with his passing, that tradition went away, and the old brewery also just, you know, broke down over time. Nobody knew how to use it, only he did. It's sad, but, you know, it was fun to be around, because you could literally just see it all happen, how it distilled and all that. It was really interesting, in hindsight. I was a child. I was more like, I want to play my video games back then. My goodness. Hoping to get some more meat at some point, but the stuff that's imported doesn't taste the same as you can taste the alcohol. Yeah, some people just like to just mix it with like fruit juices in general, which is blasphemy, admittedly. Yes. I gotta do one more test with that. Hold on. One more test right here. Where's the blast cap? There it is. Here's the blast cap. So here. Yes, that's perfect. Hold on. Fantastic. It works. Just as it should. I am so excited when I finish this thing. I am so goddamn excited. Squeak hammer. Hey, Red, how are you going? Hope you're doing well. Yes, it's the squeak hammer. That thing is huge. I will steal the hammer. If you really want it, I'll just put it on Ko-fi. Let's just talk about it, huh? Besides, I can make as many as I want at this point. I just need, you know, to buy the filament. Hello, doing great. Love to see that hammer. Thank you very much. It's been already 4 hours of work, and I'm still only sanding. But yeah, that's just a part of the process. Sanding is a very normal part of the process, because if you want it smooth, you gotta sand that fucker. And there's a lot of sanding there. Like a lot of sanding. It's very smooth down here though. Hold on. I want to reduce the sound as much as possible because I still need to sand. There we go. The hammer is a long progress, so if I sand it now and I prime it in black, then it would be like nearly halfway done already. So I can paint it and then work on it. Alright, Rosie, you have a good lurk, okay? And no, you cannot have that hammer, it's not done yet. It's just all part of the process. You know, hearing Kona sanding like that from the office, it's hard to tell whether that's the plastic being sanded or the squeaker being pressed. Here's the squeaker being pressed. Huh? Is there a difference? Alright. Alright already. Don't we love just a little bit of chaos in the household? Hey, she gets to spritz me, I get to annoy her. It's a fair deal there. But I need to sand somehow, so there's no other way, I'm afraid. I may need to put some more up here because I do not like how that looks. That's the wrong one. Where is it? Where did I put it again? Did I put it over here somewhere? I'm now completely out of my flow. Hold on. Where did I put the tube? God dang it! I got my tube. Good. Oh, there it is. Found it. I'm just stupid. Sorry about that. Classic Kona again. Gotta get that slotted on real good like this. Yeah. Get it slotted on real good. Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. That stuff like nothing ever happened to it. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna go over here. There we go. Wonderful. Now it looks much more smoother here. We need to just cut a little bit of edging over there. So, how many incidents did we have today alone already? Let me just reiterate that I haven't hurt myself yet. Let me just scrape that nice and good here. Then over here. It's a very old Stanley knife too, so it's no wonder. Oh boy. How do we look? It's still drying? Jesus, I put a fat load on now. Oh man. This is gonna be... Tonight's going to be just assembly and sanding, I guess. And then I'm just going to update everybody. Lovely hammer forgery, and so many points gathered for Wednesday fishing. Yeah, I'm glad about that. Because I cannot do the same thing with fishing and, you know, that at the same time. Forging, yes. There's a ton of gears for fishing. Yes, this is basically just for... I'm just really, really into crafting shit. And I would want to craft even more shit. So there's that. Let's give the hammer a little bit of a break though. And get back to painting the at least this one. Wonderful. Okay, so good news. The pencil is not broken. Or rather, the brush. Pencil. How did I confuse it with a pencil, for frick's sake? So we're just going to repaint it another time so that it can get its first proper layer down. And once it has its proper layer down, it'll be a lot more stuff. But you can see that the gray is basically just vanishing now. That is exactly what we want. This is why we need to just keep drying that stuff, so it can cover up all the stuff. And why do I do it so thick? Well, I just want it to be really good. And then we will maybe in another stream make a wood texture out of it, because I already printed it that way. Maybe it'll actually look like it next time. Oh my god. It is really covering now. That's great. Whew. But y'all can see how much more coverage the second layer of paint has. This is why we always do all multiple covers of paint before we do anything. And please let that shit dry. Because if that shit ain't drying, that shit ain't looking good. Look at this. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? There we go. Then I'm gonna do the other one too. Wonderful. Just gotta, where's the paint? There it is. That's what we like. That is literally what we like to see. Just gonna do a smaller drop of that. Goodness, that mask is really cutting into my face. But that's fine. Safety first, you know. Better that than nothing. Then paint a little bit into here. Paint in that crevice. Then paint over yonder. I guess I like to just hold it close to me. You know, this metal is also getting some fancy stuff on it. Will you be painting Icarus this stream or another? I will paint him in another stream, admittedly. I have not prepared him well enough to be painted. He is not primed, he's not nothing, he is just basic, just still printed and nothing else. He will need to get a little bit of sanding more, and he will also need a little bit more loving anyways. And then maybe in one of his streams I can, you know, live stream that. There we go. Wonderful there. Because I do not have Discord on, you know, thingamajig, so there's that. On this laptop at least, I do not have Discord, so I'll have to reorganize that completely as well. But maybe I can convince him another time to, you know, see more of the modeling. Modeling is no problem at this point. I just do it every single week and it's nice, perfect. Nice practice as well. But with that, you know, painting actual stuff and all that, that always just needs time. Oh, look at this. That just looks gorgeous. Look how pretty. Look how pretty it is, Mom. But yeah, I will definitely need to paint Icarus too. I would love him to be, you know, fully done. But Icarus is right now golfing, so not like he has time right now. Speaking of which, it's back to hammer time. Now, this is as I wanted it to. See how perfect this looks now? It looks like there is nothing in here. That's the goal that I wanted to achieve. It looks like it is one smooth line. And you remember, there was a step in between. So now this hammer is pretty much, you know, ready for painting. But we will just do a little bit more of the prep work. Like for example, I think I have seen a few edges here that I would like to just cover up a little bit more. That's already hard, okay. Turn it around. Put a little bit more on that. This also helps, but there's also like small tricks that I like to use. This is just to smooth out the entire side of that. Then over here. There we go. This looks a lot more filled now. Fantastic. We want to try and get rid of the steps as much as possible. So that in these angles, even though it shows like it has steps, it hides them a little bit more. That's also not bad to have. And where else can I apply some? Just gonna apply that to the entire side here. First, because it's easy, and secondly, it also needs it a little bit. Are you gonna paint it before or after the glue tip? Hold on. Are you gonna paint it before or after you glue the tip on it? I will not glue the tip on it. Well, I should glue, but in that sense, since you already asked, sorry, I will paint it before I put the parts together, because otherwise it'll be a nightmare to paint, and I have to go into crevices and all that stuff where I would not usually come through if it's not painted yet. That's the point that I'm trying to drive. I want this to be painted before, so I can actually just, you know, put the parts together nicely. And if the parts are put together nicely, then it would look pertinent, it would look grand on top of being grand. And also being squeaky, you know, like this. I still can't believe that I got a set of 10 for $5 there. That's why. Ugh, goodness gracious. My head. Whew. Hold on. I gotta get some water. Alright, gonna go check on my laundry. We'll be looking, buddy. Alright, all the best to you, Koopa. I'll see you around, alright? My goodness, there we go. This is looking a lot like an actual hammer now. Aye, good on you, Milton. And stay strong, Koopa. We'll be here. We'll be here all the time. Whenever the coffee shop's open, you know that you can sit here with no issue. Okay, so now comes the most annoying part. Now there are techniques, for example, where you use, I'll just show them off because I learned them once and I'm just like, oh, these are actually not bad. I'm not gonna do that now. There are ways to make like putty for 3D prints. They involve acetone and or any kind of acetone mix and wood putty in that sense. Yep. Oh, I will gladly take another. Hold on. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Nil. Absolutely necessary. Oh wow, this mask is really cutting into my ears. Ow. That ouchie. But yeah. Shit, what I want to say. Yeah, alright. There's like some strange mixtures that people like to do to make this smoother a lot faster. But I don't want to waste it all on this right now. So I kind of want to just keep it that way and it'll be nice and fine. Besides, it's a fantastic looking hammer already. I kind of don't want to ruin it now with experiments. So on the other hand, I just also love the way it already looks. And it's a freaking hammer. It's a full-size freaking hammer. You have two sides of it. You have the bonky side and you have the explosive side. You have bonk side, honk side, bonk side, honk side, bonk side, honk side. This is perfect that I can call it that right now. Ooh, hold on. Okay, hold on. I really needed to take off the mask right now. It's really cutting into my ears right now. How could I survive that back when the pandemic hit? What the hell? Okay. At least I can still talk. It was really just cutting into my ears. I'm sorry. I just need to get rid of it. But in that sense, just gotta clean up a little bit now as well. But as you can see, it's not just, oh, print and it's done. As you guys can see, it takes a lot of work to actually put something like that into the thing. Like, it takes a lot of sanding, it takes a lot of painting, it takes a lot of things, it has a lot of that. And I will continue off stream with the hammer, certainly. Because this is such a project that there are parts that I cannot show. For example, let me show y'all. My back, hold on. Spray can. Because I can only do that outside. I can only use spray cans outside because if I do it inside, it'll paint the entire walls and I don't want that. And I have a specific place for that, where nothing can actually hit it. So it's perfect. It takes a ton of elbow grease? Absolutely. I am a freaking code monkey. So this is the perfect balance in that sense. Oh, I'm accidentally pulling on the cable. There you go. Nothing's broken. Great! Awesome. But yeah. It takes a lot of elbow grease actually to make props, and I just like it. It's the perfect balance to me, at least. I know other people just like to do other stuff. I've heard of people actually doing sewing to balance out their, technical lifestyle. I'm here making things from video games because I'm a gamer. I am gamering. I am complete gamer. I am trying to win the points and stuff, Oh, there you go. So yeah, it takes a lot of sanding. And as I've already said multiple times, god damn it, do I hate sanding. But it's part of the process. I will still need to do it, even with the cheesy things that I need to do in that sense, but yeah. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will need to clean up the table a little bit because it has a lot of sand in there. Man, I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. Now, give me one moment. It's already past 9 as well. Goodness gracious. Gonna add another thing here. Cleaning, yes. There we go. This should do the trick. I should have done this sooner, now in hindsight. Wonderful. Alright. Now just one moment, okay? Only a clean workspace is a good workspace. He sure do a lot of sucking. I mean, do you want to have sand in the flat? Do you want to have sand in the flat? I would not like to have sand in the flat, but here I am doing sanding in the flat because I'm an idiot. Anyways, whew, in that sense. Now, here's the idea for this thing, since we've already talked about it a little bit. I've got the suggestion from SMC and from Samurai that I should maybe just make it like an actual breaker instead of just, you know, having it standard yellow as it usually is from the Helldivers, that I just make it actually look like a just striped, like with black and white, black and yellow. There you go. Oh, ad is hitting soon, eh? God damn it. Always when I'm trying to talk. Just gonna carve this out a little bit then. There's a little bit of fill in there that I don't want. There we go. If it gotta be pretty, it gotta be pretty. And yes, don't do it the way I do. That is very stupid. And dumb. And over here. There we go, wonderful. All the work we need. There we go. Wonderful right here. It is looking also a little bit grimy. Let's just give it some space here. Just basically just getting that stuff out. Wonderful. Wonderful. And it's that time. Hey, Kono, can I post a new Scrungle animations on Discord? Of course you can. You don't need to ask me. You're the artist. You can freely do that. I'm not forbidding you from showing your own work. Excuse me? That would be just rude. I know how some people tend to be with that, but I'm not that way. You know me. We're married for hell's sake. And I need some more sandpaper again. Would you look at that? I keep sanding and I still need to keep sanding. Freaking hate sandpaper. But I have to use it. If I want things to be pretty, I need to use it. It's just the way it is for me. Ah, goodness gracious. And then here. Because if you want a nice smooth touch as well, then we gotta have the nice and smooth touch. Look at this. Oh. Yes, yes, I will save. Now where's the hammer? Hold on. Oh, I buried it already. Under all the things. There you go. Wonderful. It's saved. I'm glad that I saved my work now. Oh, I put the hammer in a little bit of paint now. There you go. There you go. Better. It's now painted. Can I just... Oops. There's nothing there, I swear. Ooh, that made it worse. Oops. Oh god. The desk is getting new paint on today. It will dry. It will dry. It will be gone in a while. I might as well just have it. It's a new decoration for the table. It's acrylic. It'll dry. Yes, it will. If I mix it with a little bit of acetone, it will dry even faster. But you know, that's the way it is. Now, before I do sanding again, Tonight's stream is all about sanding. Did you know that sanding involves having sand? Because goodness gracious, there's a lot of sanding that needs doing. But it'll get the finish that you want, if you want it to be good. And now this is here the... See, you can barely see it, but this is the fine stuff that you get out there. This is why people at times as well actually sand under running water. Wet sanding. Simply because it catches all the things and you basically just wash the entire time whilst you're sanding. So in that sense, you would never have to deal with that. On the other hand, I cannot stream under a freaking faucet now, can I? I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be very funny. I gotta say, it would be quite a wet stream. Oh my god. There we go. Nobody wants to hear you go glug 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 glug. I mean, also a way to say that. So, fish, right? They don't want me to speak fish. They already see a lot of fish on Wednesdays. And I think that's gonna be enough for the entire week anyways. So then... Wonderful, look at this. Look at all this dust. That's why you wear a mask. This is why you should wear a mask. Because that dust is not good. It doesn't give you superpowers. But it sure makes things look pretty. You know, when it's gone. Right, I have a mask on. Dumbass. Big dum-dum. Wait one moment. How to make... Did you really just post that? How to make springs? I mean, yeah, springs are freaking expensive though. Like, why the fuck would they do that? Yo. That sounds legitimately like something you would do in the first place. But then again, good instruction manual for budget. Yeah. I will have to give resources for that too. And I would have like the entire complaint as well. Why I do that. Because screw those prices. I'll make my own. They might be shitty, but they're mine. And I know how to work with them. Sort of, kind of. I need to go against the grain here. Oh, stuff gets hot when you scrub on it. Then a little bit over here. Like, it is a good instructional video, but especially when you're on a budget. But otherwise, those springs are not very good. I'll just say this immediately. I am just doing that because I felt like the price was outrageous for the thing that I'm making. And it will not even have a real, you know, use for it. On the other hand, for somebody else, that might be a lifesaver. It's like, hey, if you can get somebody to print this thing, you might have just the right size for the spring. It might not work for long, but, you know, it'll do the trick, I guess. There we go. My goodness. That's a lot of shit on there. Whew. Can do that here too. Because a lot of prop making is also a lot of sanding. As I said once, and I'll say it always, If you want to build stuff and you have a 3D printer, get ready to sand a lot. Because you will definitely get bigger arms from that. But look at this shit. It's nasty. It's just all dust. It's all the nasty bad boo goo goo dust. And you don't want that anywhere near your nose hole or your mouth hole. That stuff icky. Yeah, dry there, idiot. Oh man. Smooth to the touch when only it adds elegance of bonking. Yes. I mean, it will have matte paint on it, most likely. That's something... Hold on. There's something in the mask. It's smooth to the touch now, but as you can see, it has some things in there. That's why I said you will need a lot of sanding, because if you look closely, you can still see holes everywhere. You will still see holes, and that's the shit that you'll want to get rid of. Because if you have a print like this, you want it to be solid, well, get ready to make it solid. That's the problem. It just doesn't look pretty. And I don't like that it doesn't look pretty. Still something in the air. And also cardboard, hero of the day. Because if you don't have anything that helps you with that, you might as well just have that. Fancy spitting. Meh. It's not fancy. It's scrappy. So, what shanties do we want to sing tonight? I know a few new ones, but I don't know all their lyrics yet. I know I've been playing Windrose recently. If somebody also has played it, I can tell I really enjoy it. But I do like that. I do prefer to play it with, closer friends, just to, have the experience and just get really on with it. I'm not that much for the hardcore life no more. I am hard to the core by doing decor, if you feel me. If it's about decorating and building and shit, oh fuck yeah, I'm going to challenge that, alright? But otherwise, like battling is like, do I really need to be this good? I am old. I have become the ancient of man. And there we are. But Windrose also has a set of fantastic shanties. And for those people that know me, I play a lot of Sea of Thieves. A good shanty is necessary. Because if we don't have good shanties, then what else are we gonna do? Okay. For all the things that need to dry now, it is already 9:40 where we are. I'm just gonna quickly look if there's some preparation that we can do for a specific person that we may be able to surprise with a raid. Let me just snoop around. Whilst in the meantime, I just need to turn around. My back is not thanking me for it. Who do we have tonight? There's Beardly, Shy Lily, it's all the stuff. Oh yeah. Good reminder that this little fella will also get painted. I will actually prime him over the week, and then we can actually paint our little Icaros. Because why not? In that sense, Icaros, take the stage please. Thank you. tiny Icarus is taking care of everything. So then, nothing here. Let's see, what do we have? How about viewers low to high? There's just somebody showing off their printer. There's another one. Are you freak? Oh, hummingbird feeders. Okay. I thought he was printing the dragons. That would have made me mad. That would have just made me really mad. Let's see. Say we need to find someone that actually crafts something funny too. Crafting. Not just printing. There's like a lot of channels that just only show off their printer and all that. For the kids. Live 3D. For printer printing. Oh my god. This is completely happy, but I just found a Titanic VR game and I'm so eager to try it. Hell, that's awesome. Freaking go for it, brother. I will actually go for another category then. I usually know that in art there's also a lot of good stuff. Should I be happy I found a Titanic VR game? I mean, it's a Titanic VR game. I wouldn't know. How about we surprise somebody fresher? So guys, question. Would you like to see art 1-to-1 or would you like to see something else? Because I want to take the time and just, you know, I will need extra time to clean up and everything because it is filthy. So Boss Cat is right now streaming Borderlands 4. Let's see. Do you wanna maybe miniatures? Hold on. Miniatures and models. Yeah, why not? Cause, you know, it's gonna be a bit later. A scale TIE fighter. There's a lot of channels that are actually paint minis. Hold on a damn minute. I can't read that. You don't have to stress it. I'm not stressing it. I'm just looking around. There's a lot of interesting channels actually. Like, wait a damn minute. Especially because I cannot spray paint. Not in the middle of the night. I can't see shit. Let's just look at others. Oh, Mackie, Mackie, May, they're taking you away. They're taking you to the devil's crew ashore. Same category. Very good. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. Gotta snoop around a little bit more. I want to improve that reach. It is hard. It is hard. What are you crafting? Doesn't really say what you're crafting. That's the thing that's annoying me a bit. Oh, embroidery. It's actually pretty cool. The one thing that I've noticed as well is that a lot of crafters, just like here, wonderful, I know, right? This beautiful, messy table that is the crafting table is actually also a lot on art. There's a reason for it because makers and crafting actually is a smaller demographic than art is. And a lot of these are actually just, you know, print farms. as well, which is a bit poopy. I would love to just show something like somebody's genuinely making something. And I know that it's possible. The cooking crafter. Woodworking. Ooh. Let's see here. There's like a lot of cool stuff actually. A lot of knitting as well. Print farms? Anything outside of dragons and other sim toys like octopi would be much better. Yes, but there is like a lot of people that just put on their print farms on there and just, you know, let it go. Not in the frozen sense, but just let it run and then people just supposedly watch it. I can understand like once a week. That's like my personal limit, and even that I feel like is too much. But doing that like 24/7, I wouldn't have fun. That's German. Beating a graduation cap. Hold on. Somebody's beating their graduation cap? Am I reading this right? Oh, they're watching videos too. I see. My goodness. But there are some really cool things. Like, for example, somebody's making a breadboard stuff. And right there is a tungsten of CRAFTIN. And especially building and organizing the shop. That's a pretty print farm, sorry. That's another 3D print farm. Sunday Fun Day. Printing random res. Oh no, another print farm. Mm. 24/7 live stream with bamboo again. I mean, I have a bamboo. I have no right to say anything about it, but that's just too many. Doing a Super Mario jigsaw. I mean, fair. Frog Knight armor painting. Hold on. Let's snoop around a bit. Fellow prop maker! We found it! Okay. Oh my god. We found a fellow prop maker. Fantastic. Oh my god. That took forever. Like seriously, what the hell? Why did it take forever to do that? Then again, prop making is a big niche. So, let me just snoop around. Their name is Frogalies. Their name is Frogalicious. Pardon me. They're making Frog Knight armor painting. Will we finish this time in Makers and Crafting? And they seem to be actually making like a proper armor. The recap in progress is also there. They're also having like a small side thing. And you know what? I think I found someone. They're actually pretty cool because it looks pretty damn awesome. So in that sense, I think we found our target. So we want to prepare a small raid message as well. We haven't done any in ever. I don't think we have made a raid message ever. So what do y'all think? What should we tell them? How should we greet the fishies? Chaos. Oh! Oh boy! Right now of all things. Hey Chaz, how you going? Hope you're doing well. How was Borderlands? Goodness gracious. Scaring me right now. 10 minutes before, eh? Anyways, everybody, welcome to the Once Crafting stream. My name is Konalo. I am your host of this pretty little coffee shop with crafting, and we were building today the Helldivers hammer, the CQC 20 breacher hammer from Helldivers as well. I hope you're having a wonderful day, whatever the time it is. I hope you're having a wonderful stay as well. Had a couple of game time, needed it. Make sure you follow and chat and support. This been becoming an affiliate. Aww. I am already though, am I? But hey, I really appreciate it, Chaz. How are you going? But do tell. I haven't played Borderlands 4 for a good reason, but do tell regardless if it was and how it was. Did you find a good gun? Please tell me you found a good gun. But yeah, seriously, you are super kind about that. I know it can be janky. Yeah. But yeah, it is Borderlands after all. We do like having, you know, big hammers. But yeah, my favorite is a shotgun. It's not terrible though. Yeah, I can understand. The gameplay looks fantastic. A switch to the SSD, it worked great. Ah, see, it was maybe because of the hardware. But hey, it's fine. Hey, you figured it out. That worked out fantastic. Wonderful. I was about to actually close up my shop as well. So, if you raiders want to join me raiding somebody else who is currently also making props, you are free to tell me. It's fine. You didn't know. It's okay. Chaz, also, if you need to raid and run, feel free to do so. I'm not stopping you. Coffee shop is right over there. You know where the coffee machine is. As well as there's donuts on the exit out. Yeah, alright. Double raid time. Why not, right? It's fine, Chaz. Don't worry about it. I have the perfect target for us and for everybody that's joining us right now. Let's surprise another crafter, eh? We stack in them raids. I will be heading out, sadly. But we can raid and chain. Absolutely. Let's do that. So, Chaos Raid. Everybody, get prepped. We are gonna raid a streamer called Frogalicious, who is making a frog armor in that sense. Speaking of which, everybody from Boss Cat's chat, very welcome. You are free to stick around if you want to. You are free to stick around and to just leave. The door is right over there. Nobody's forcing you to be here. In that sense, everybody that's been joining me tonight, I thank you very much to actually join me in the creation of the hammer as well as the badges. And I wish you a wonderful morning, day, or night, whatever is necessary, or whatever the time it is. So, how about we give a frog a big surprise? I'll see you guys around. Hope you are having a wonderful time and stay healthy. Good night, everybody.